I'll get set to go live. Just check YouTube. But yeah, no, like. So she really likes that ladybug thing, yeah? I'm alright. I've got all parental fucking shit on mine, mate. They can't watch anything that's not so. I think I've locked it to 12-year-old, so anything that's rated 12 or higher, then they can't watch it anyway. But it was a. But yeah, no, it's. Some are very misleading, mate. I quickly had to flick one off. I think about 5 months back. I was flicking through shit to watch, like trying to watch, find something on to watch with babbies, and we saw like live action Grinch. I was thinking, oh, live action Grinch, you know, it's the Grinch. Yeah, no. It took about 4 minutes of that movie, mate, to realise that this is a bit like they did with the whole Winnie the Pooh thing. This is like a horror retelling of the Grinch. I was like, oh no. Yeah, that was this, mate. I watched it once kids went to bed, mate, 'cause I found it a funny idea. And I'm like, alright, like it's not like the acting's terrible. It's B movie at best, but like if you just after like a slapstick gore fest, it's actually worth a watch. But yeah, no, like the opening 5 minutes, mate. Seriously, like even in opening 5 minutes, it's that bloodthirst. Like I said, it took literally like what 3 minutes into the movie. I'm like, no. That's not what I thought it was. The payoff was worth it though, mate. Like again, they're not my favourite Marvel films, those two, but there are certain scenes from those two movies that I'm like, I cannot picture any other cinematic universe getting that same. That's. Those big payoff moments, mate, like. I've seen the advertisement, I haven't seen the movie yet, but. But I could be mistaken, but there seems to be a lot. There seems to be a lot of those type of movies lately, because I'm fairly certain I could be mistaken, and if I am, I'll be first to, stand corrected, but I am like 95% positive that the basic telling of the Ice Cream Man, like the base story, like they built it around, is an internet horror story. Yeah. Well, they did that Backrooms thing, didn't they? I know they did Backrooms. I ain't seen that yet. I still want to watch that, but that's I'm still waiting to get confirmation on the characters' relationship to one another. But like I said before, from that preview, if that woman he's talking to is a psychiatrist, I know that story that film is based on, like the internet story of it. Like I know, like the original story it's based on, which is actually a really good fucking story. So if it is based on that's cool. No, but I can add that to my list of shit to check out. Yeah, there's a few decent little non-mainstream, non-mainstream bands. I want to say like new up and coming bands that I've seen. I've seen a few on seen a few on my TikTok feed last couple of days. Like some of them are like, yeah, so. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but I have two or three that I'm like, yeah, wow, like, I can see these guys actually like going places. Like they're legitimately fucking good music. Yeah, yeah, I usually go the same way, mate. I usually go to like the ones I'll see on TikTok. I like before I get too heavily into it, I'll go to the like the actual page of theirs, not like the band's page, but like the band members pages where you can interact with actual band members and shit like that. And that's usually a good way of weeding out what's actual live music and what's not. But yes, no, I have seen. Yeah, I was talking to somebody on TikTok. I was like one of their live videos interacting with fans. I was speaking to one other day on not Facebook, TikTok even, and they were yeah, like they really want to talk UK, but it's like we're not, obviously we're based in America. We don't know what like the rock scene's like in UK if it's a big popular thing. I'm like, oh mate, you'll not be disappointed in UK, mate. we, we love a good rock band over here, mate. Don't worry about that. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's not as many actual like rock place things. I've noticed that seems to be a dying art thing lately, at least around Sheffield. Anyway, like the proper rock scene seems to be a dying, which is slightly depressing. Yeah, it has. Yeah. Well, I know, like, well, obviously, like when we were growing up in our teen years, they used to be. The, no. That's a legit thing. Is the story arc they're doing for the Spider-Man War film is it's they basically combined his origin story with the character's arc from Miles Morales. Which I'm happy Nicolas Cage is doing it because he's actually a massive Marvel fan and he will hold them to stick to the fucking source material. No, I think it's live action. Yeah, yeah, and they've done yeah, it's all live. It's all in black and white, like Spider New War. It's same as comics. It's but yeah, that's why but no, I know Nicolas Cage is good with him. I think only Marvel film I've ever seen him in is fucking Ghost Rider, like the not the series, but the fucking the live action movie. Yeah, oh yeah. That's why I know he'll stick to source material, mate. Because he had a lot of clashes with governing body over that apparently, because they wanted to change this and change that, and he's like, no, not like if I'm doing it, we're doing it properly. Like you're not short on inspiration with source material. There is shit tons to pick from. You are not short on material to fucking inspire you. Good films. He's character-wise, he's one of my favourite fucking Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I like. I think it's great. His games as well, like the Spider-Man game. What a game! Oh shit! I've just realised it's. Is that the one with Mysterio? Well, yeah, he's not. They portrayed Spider-Man not as the like the Tobey Maguire ones. They sort of did towards like the end of his school life, and I think the one after that, yeah, it's like it's more like a college, university style of thing. I think this is the first one that's portrayed Peter Parker like the Peter Parker I grew up watching, the cartoon and stuff. Like at first, he was a school student, he's a kid. He acts a bit immature at times and is a bit over the top, but you know, what kid who got to live his dream of being a superhero is not going to be a bit over fucking zealous with that? Like that's a natural progression for a kid of that age. I think that's a natural sort of mindset to be in. I like Garfield's ones. I like in terms of action. I think is probably the ones I've seen that are closest to how I remember the cartoon and Spider-Man fighting. Like I think like the battle scenes, if you know what I mean, like the fight scenes, the way he fights, the way he moves. I think the Garfield ones got that to a fucking yeah, chef's kiss. They had that shit to a fine art. Oh yeah, the bit where he tries to overestimates the bit like a bungee cord. He overestimates the fact that the web stretches a little bit, and yeah, not so much the scene where that happens, but I think it's towards the end of that scene, the bit where like he actually lands at Cider and it sort of hits home to him. What's happened? Oh mate, that broke my fucking heart, mate. That was oh. He's a good actor when it comes to portraying the emotional side of Spider-Man. Like, I don't think any other Spider-Man's pulled that off quite the way he does. Like, even in No Way Home, when when he saves MJ, like just like obviously because he didn't get to save Gwen, like that little scene where like it just it hits him. He sort of has a little breakdown at the fact that like, you know, like remembering what he couldn't do and the fact that he did do it for her. Like that scene alone was just beautifully done, beautifully. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it because it's it'd be good to watch him like sort of coming to his own as well because he ain't got all the fucking fancy tech and bollocks now, has he? That he had in like, cause obviously he had all Stark's armor and he's well, yeah, he's clever. He's definitely fucking clever. He's it's funny, but at the same time, I mean, logically speaking, for a dude that wants to be running around the town saving people, that like having a passive source of income that you don't have to constantly be there 24/7, storyline wise, would make sense for how he can still do what he does and is not homeless, and yet like it makes sense logically, especially modern day. That's a logical. And I feel like Mm-hmm. And out of all the out of all the Marvel characters, like in the modern day, I think with the exception of Banner and Tony Stark, if anyone's got to have the brains to do shit like that, it would be Peter Parker, because that is a side of Spider-Man I think is underplayed in the movies that you get to see in the comics and the cartoons a lot more. You don't really see much of in the movies. But in terms of intelligence, like Peter Parker's no moron. Like that guy is smart. Like on a stupid level, he is intelligent. I, we could always put a bend in it if need be. I think we may have to put a bend in it, because I think if you line it up right, it's not actually going under the city. It's sort of just going under. Yeah. But no, yeah, I've always been a big fan of Spider-Man films. But I am a bit biased, to be fair. Like I'm a Marvel kid. You know, I think you like DC, Marvel. I was always Marvel, and Spider-Man's probably like my second favourite Marvel character. Period. So I'm a bit biased on that front. Yeah. The yeah, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, and then Deadpool and Wolverine. That's like my top four. I can't remember how you said. We'll give it a sec. I'll check. We are. I can't remember the fucking buttons now. Right, there we go. We are plus 60 meters. Yeah. I was never into Superman. Never. I was never really big on Superman. Batman, I loved Batman growing up, but Batman were fucking. Yeah, I think that's like. I think that's one of the. I think that's one of the few DC characters I really got behind as a kid was Batman. I loved Batman. The animated series was great, mate. Oh, and speaking of the series that because I think the Punisher in this new one, in the series that's to round it up to an equal 5. That's probably my fifth favourite Marvel character of all time is Punisher. Like fucking loved Punisher. it suits that role, mate. It's like I said that from day one of I watched all series of it first, you know, like the Marvel fucking series things, and yeah. Of all the portrayals, I think the guy that plays Daredevil did a decent job, but out of all the Marvel TV show side of things, I think the Punisher's probably, like, yeah, he's the one that by far embodies that character the most. Like, he nailed it. Oh, Justice League. There's another awesome cartoon I used to watch as a kid. I think one of my favourite episodes. One of my favourite episodes at Justice League is the one where they finally give Flash a bit of credit, like he actually gets the a bit of due. I can't remember who they were fighting. I think it might have been Darkseid, but there was no, it weren't Darkseid. It's what's his face. I can't remember his name. The guy with the golden armour. But yeah, nobody could touch him basically because of how basically how much damage he could resist. They couldn't hurt him, and then the Flash went all like proper fucking. He went all proper, like basically stopped holding back. He went full speed, and it was like to put dents in this asshole's armor and tear it apart. It was basically running that fast. It was literally like in seconds. He was doing laps of the entire fucking planet and just coming in from different angles and just uppercutting him like fucking Superman punching shit like that. Like, yeah. But there was yeah, up until that point in the Justice League, like Flash had always been more of the comic relief side of things. But yeah, like to actually see him get pissed off and actually like give him a bit of credit, it's like, you know, it's like this guy's almost running the speed of fucking light. Like the amount of damage he should be allowed to inflict, I don't think they've quite portrayed properly. He has, yeah, very dark until that episode, and in that episode when Flash finally loses his temper and he stops holding back and he's like, no, like it's time to stop fucking playing, man. And oh yeah, mate, that bad guy gets owned, like utterly owned. Oh, the X-Men cartoon were great, mate. I think that rivalry between the rivalry between Sabretooth and Wolverine is something they never captured properly in the movie. That cartoon did that rivalry some right justice. Evolution. You're about the one where Wolverine's in the I think he's got like the orange and brown outfit as opposed to the bright yellow one. Yeah. Gambit had some really good stories in that cartoon. He's another character that's got a much darker backstory, because he's another one a bit like Deadpool, and he's a bit more of a wisecracker, but he's actually got a really dark origin. Like his backstory is fucking miserable, man. In a good way, like good storytelling, but it is fucking miserable. Yeah, watching the what? Oh, the original, mate. Yeah. They tried redoing Thundercats and epically fucked that up. They did same when they tried re-releasing He-Man. They absolutely fucking destroyed it. If they do it justice, I'd be very interested in watching that. Cause there's another cartoon I grew up watching, Gargoyles. What a fucking show, man! That was great. I loved Gargoyles. Good shot. I'll go and slicey. But no, I was talking about that just the other day, the animated Batman series. I started I started watching that again, the old animated Batman. I think I was talking about it with some people the other day. I was like, it's a lot darker than I remembered it. Like, I know it's dark. I've seen it before, obviously. I think I saw it in my late teens after I saw it as a kid, but I think like now as a full-grown adult, you know what I mean? Like you've got a different mindset where you're watching stuff. You look at things differently. Sort of like the way you view material changes as you get older. And yeah, like I knew it was dark, but watching it again like recently, it's that fucking series is dark as shit. Well, I think like you said, we were talking about it the other week. I said, to you, I've just got to that scene where he speaks to oh, what's her name? Is it Ace? Oh, I can't remember the name, but yeah, where she's on the swing and she dies, and he's just like Batman, like not being like the big tough badass hero, like literally just sitting there holding this little girl's hand, talking to her whilst basically she has the last 5 minutes on Earth. I'm like, that is like wow, that's fucking that was woo. Like I definitely remember that scene as a kid, but I definitely did not see it in the same light as I saw it in the most recent playthrough. I'm just about to check my points while it's night time and the zombies are running. I'm just going to quickly check my upgrade skills and see what I've got available to me. Because we're not using the creative for food and shit. I've been trying to spec into the hunting tree a little so I can that's why I'm running. That's why I'm running the spear tree, because I get the damage and I also get the all the hunting perks. I need to go to basic perks though, because I'm sure the general perks has got no that. Okay, basic perks got the cooking skills. That's not what I'm after though. I'm looking for the where's the carving skills? One of these lets you carve animals up. Huntsman, that's what I'm after. Carve more shit off of dead animals, that's what we want. Yeah, it'd be cool to see them bring X-Men into the universe. Because it'd be well, it's not that. Like in terms of like power scaling and keeping it balanced, there's a lot of bad guys I've seen in some of the recent ones that are so powerful, and I thought like Endgame, for example, I thought that were like Thanos and like Thanos' minions, and I was sat there, I'm just thinking, it's like, oh yeah, how are we gonna deal with this person, and like we like in terms of like power scaling, I'm just sat there like, because I'm a big fan of X-Men, and like off the top of my head, I'm just sat there thinking, I'm like, Jean Grey would tear every one of these Muppets apart. Storm would dominate the shit out of these minions, like no problem. Like she would fucking crush these assholes. She was, yes. Well, in terms of power scaling, it, if you're going based on just the movies alone, like the MCU universe itself, I think obviously, like you said, taking out Captain Marvel because she's meant to be overpowered. She is like you said, it's like Marvel's Superman, so she's supposed to be fucking stupidly overpowered. But in terms of, I'd say more people that are killable, like god tier people, but still powerful enough to actually hold their own. I don't think there's a single person in the Marvel universe that has gone toe to toe with an enemy like Thanos and held their own. Whereas, like, if he didn't call that bombardment down when he did, she'd have had him. Like she was she was owning his ass. it doesn't bother me so much that she was bad. I know a lot of fans got pissed off about that, but to be fair, Scarlet Witch, like if you go on the cartoons and shit like that, the comics and shit, Scarlet Witch wasn't a good guy. She was a bad guy. Magneto's. So, but yeah, she was a bad guy, and a really powerful bad guy at that. She weren't somebody to be laughed at. Like she was a bad guy that could hold a fucking own. So, like the idea that like she was holding her own with Thanos, like it wasn't that surprising. I'm like, well, yeah, it's Scarlet Witch. Like she is. I mean, X-Men are really powerful anyway. I think, like compared to a lot of the Marvel characters, the X-Men stand out in terms of power, and like she could hold her own against several X-Men at once, which not many bad guys can claim they can fight. Not just one X-Men, but like X-Men is in the team, and actually force them to struggle to overcome them. Not many bad guys can claim I single-handedly bitch slap the X-Men. Like, there's not many that can make that claim, but she's definitely one of them. That's why I enjoyed the. That's why I really enjoyed the. I can't remember which movie it is. I think it's the Apocalypse one where Apocalypse is in it. But yeah, like not Apocalypse. I think it's the one that came after that, where you get to see the Phoenix Force when Magneto loses his rag on that train in the rail yard where all the metal is, and like you actually get to see Magneto like display some serious fucking power. Like yeah, like he was like what the main protagonist, the main antagonist of the X-Men. Like I think he was underplayed in a lot of movies until he actually gets that scene where he's like, you know what, I've had enough of this bullshit, and he just goes fucking ham on all the alien things, and he's like, he gets a little bit of credit. He gets to show the reason why he was the main threat to the X-Men for the longest time. Like he wasn't fucking about. Like he did some serious fucking damage. I was like, that's what it should be like. Like that. Yeah, that's the only thing that annoyed me about the older X-Men films is that and I get it, it's a movie, you're limited on time, you've got to sort of make excuses, but yeah, the X-Men 3, where they explain it that it's like, it's a part of her, and it's like, no, the Phoenix was never Jean Grey, like, she was the host for it, but it wasn't her, it is its own separate entity, it's nothing to do with her in terms of power, it's its own power that hosted in her body, but they sort of played it off, oh, it's because of like lock trauma, and I'm like, no, don't, no. I get you're limited on time and you've got to try and explain it and yada yada yada, but don't just completely rewrite the fucking story. No, knock that shit off. Yeah. Loved them. Same as the Wolverine movie, the Wolverine Origins. I thought that was a good film. I enjoyed that. What's the other one? I can't remember the name of the movie, but I think it's based in the future. It's the one where most of the X-Men are dead. Like, I think it's like Wolverine's getting old now and he's looking after Xavier. That movie was... That film was fucking great, mate. I love that. Well, it was gonna be, weren't it, Bob? They wanted to do Deadpool and Wolverine, which I am so glad they did, because that film is fun as fuck. That was such a good movie. I like. There were so many little cheeky nods in that movie. I loved it. When he bumps into... When he bumps into fucking Henry Cavill, he's like, the Cavalrine. The rumours are true. It's like, swap sides, we're going to treat you so much better than the assholes down the road. I was like, that's fucking funny. I like it. But I like that is one of the that is one of the things that I always loved about Deadpool, though. It is that slapstick style of humour. That's like I said. That's why I hated the new Devil May Cry games where they made Dante all serious, and I was like, that to me is the equivalent. It'd be like having a Deadpool movie, but where Deadpool's like deadly serious 24/7. Like it doesn't work. It doesn't suit his character. Like you can't have a Deadpool movie where Deadpool's like Wolverine, where he's all angry and deadly serious all the time. Like it wouldn't be Deadpool. It doesn't work. I'm just slowly trying to remove the... I'm trying not to remove the entire road, because I'm assuming this is going underground, so I am trying to build it so it does go underground. Oh shit. Hey. On my way. She's dead. I'll come in. Oh, don't mate, my solo playthrough, I almost died over there because they're little shits. I had a day of the vultures. What? You want a drink? Yeah, I can offer you a beaker for you, cause I can, sweetheart. I know it's really hot, sweetheart. I know, darling. Here, go get yourself a nice cold drink of water, my sweetheart. Here you go. No, that's fine, darling. You can have a drink of water. Of course you can, sweetheart. Make sure you go to the toilet before you go to sleep. Is he listening? But yeah, you can get a drink of water, Bobby. I'm not going to deny you a drink of water in this bloody weather, sweetheart. Like, you drink away, sweetie. No worries, Bobby. Like I said, you drink away, my little sweetheart. No, you're alright. Go on, you can get a drink. Love, like I said, I don't mind you. It's like, sup away, sweetie. I know that you're drinking a lot, but that's fine. No, you're gonna drink a lot in this weather, love. It is stupidly warm. Oh, no mind, I was about to say I'll back you up then, but you gotta. Nice. Right. Ooh, bird nests. Got any eggs in there for us? Oh, the game's glitching. There we go. Sorted. It won't let me. It won't let me access the. What? It wasn't letting me. Yeah, I can fasten your leg. Fasten it here, sweetheart. Of course I can, darling. Like I said, make sure you got toilet before bed, are you listening? But yeah, no, I know you're drinking a lot, that's fine, love, in this way, but I don't blame you, sweetheart. What you done to your... Come here. I'll sort it. I'm gonna sort it out for you now, darling, but yeah, no. Like I said, I know you're drinking a lot, love, but I don't blame you in this weather, sweetheart. It's freaking red hot. I know, darling, I'm sweating myself, love. I've opened vents and stuff to let all fresh air in, but there's not a lot of breeze outside at the moment, darling, so there's not a lot I can do about it, I'm afraid, my love. There you go, sweetheart. You're welcome, baby girl. Oh shit, won't you? Ouch. Oh, look, Luna saying good night to Uncle Mikey and TG. Alright, love. Yeah, when it goes off, come down and tell me. When it gets to 10, come down and tell me. I'll come and tuck you in properly, okay? Alright. I don't know. Which one's that? Oh, no. When she comes down, I'll show her that. That'll be on my messenger. No, I haven't seen that, mate. I'll, yeah, like I said, we're on stream. I'll not go into it on stream, but when we're done later on for evening, mate, I'll, yeah, my mind's been distracted. But, yeah, yeah, like I said, I'll get into it when we're not on stream, mate, but yeah, just, yeah. my mind has been a little bit distracted in the last couple of days. Oh, water, there we go, that's what we're fucking looking for. Yes, I know, stop whinging at me, you're getting a drink now, Jesus. You still got like a quarter of your water ball left, what are you complaining for? The wimps these survivors aren't like your food board or your water ball, it's not even empty yet, it gets like jumping halfway down, it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die at first, like you're really not, mate, you still got at least a good hour yet, like what, like, shut. Oh, I'm gonna have to make some repair kits soon, mate, my order's getting a bit, is there? Oh, good, I'll wait till it breaks, I'll put one on my person, but I'll wait till it breaks, but yeah, my order's getting a bit, oh yeah, I keep forgetting we've got all the storage outside as well, haven't we? I keep looking at this. We've got some out front here. No, I haven't put out in there. It's limited size base, isn't it? Obviously, we haven't fully extended it yet. We've just put up a basic shit to keep us alive while we. I will move that meat into the box though. No, there's no repair kits in here, mate. Let me check all the box. I'll check it. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll come to you in a minute, mate. Just throw them on. Has it come out again, sweetheart? Pass it here. I'll sort it here. Come here. It's alright, I'll sort it. No, she's got a beaker with a straw in. That straw's come loose. It's not staying where it's put. Give me. I'll sort it, yeah. I'll sort it. I think it's because it's just one of those. Yeah, it's one of those straws that's supposed to click in, but I think when she's knocked it over, she's knocked the little plastic rubber thing that sort of clicks into place. I think she's knocked it loose, so the straw keeps coming out of place. I'll sort it, yeah. There you go, sweetheart. It'll be winter soon, look, temperature will cool down soon, baby girl. Right, go and lay down. Go on, Chris. You've only got 20 minutes and then it'll be time for bed, love, so... Oh yeah, I did go, you were up out with that lady, weren't you? Did that go alright for you, bro? I'm gonna guess yes from Mikey's reaction. Nice! Oh! I'm happy for you, mate. That's fucking, that's wicked, Paul. Nice one. No, that's good, mate. I know you mentioned it other day. I forgot to ask you how it went, but no, that's wicked, that, mate. That's spot on, mate. I'm happy that. Nah, that's good, mate. Happy it went well for you, mate. That's fucking. That's good to hear, mate. That's good to hear. Yeah, that's good, mate. That's good. Like I said, happy for you, mate. Hey, you know, you have to have your warm down routine, mate. You know, you've done a hard workout in gym, now you need your warm down routine. I get it. What, warming down's just as important as warming up, mate. Start, put a smile on my face, that, mate. I'm happy for you, mate. That's good, mate. Fucking go on, lad. I fed all dinosaurs earlier, mate, so you don't need to worry about Hawk. I've sorted all that shit out. Nah, mate. Like I said, I'm not getting into it on stream, mate. But yeah, just bad news and fucking family shit, mate. So I didn't get to go live, mate. I've barely even played computer, I'll be honest with you, mate. My computer's basically just sat there looking pretty for the last couple of days. I think all the time I've jumped online it last fucking 2 or 3 days, mate. It's just so Luna could have some fun naming all dinosaurs for me. Yeah, do you want to spoil us one of them repair kits broke? My organ just died on me. No, I don't need soil, mate. No, I'm getting plenty of that. Just need to repair my fucking auger. Not modify, it's that one. I will have to do some looting at some point, try and get some mods for these augers and shit. Alright, catch you tomorrow, buddy. Have a good one, Paul. Yeah, definitely, bro. Make sure you're getting your shut iron, man. Yeah. Enjoy it while you can, mate. That's it, mate. When you're young, mate. Me and Mike used to all nighters all the time, mate. Like, I'm definitely past the stage of doing all nighters, bro. Do it while you can, mate. Do it while you can. Like, so you catch up to our age, mate. Like I said, I'm well past the stage of doing all nighters now, mate. I used to stay up for fucking 3-4 days at a row, mate. Like, I go one night without sleep now, and I'm essentially a walking fucking dead. Coca-Cola and pizza in great numbers. We never used them, mate. I'll tell you now, mate. We had we basically survived on pizza flavoured Doritos, pizzas, chip butties, and 3-litre bottles of Coke. Oh fuck that, mate. I need about 20 cups of coffee now if I'm going to attempt an all-nighter. If I don't drink, if I don't drink 20 coffees first, mate, I'll tell you now. Come 11 o'clock, mate, I'm snoring like a baby. Oh no, mate, I have. It's a good thing, mate. It's a good thing, but in recent, like, I suffered really badly with like, and I never got diagnosed with it, but I'd say insomnia, mate. Because there were times, mate, with nightmares and bad sleep I had, mate. I'd literally be up for fucking 3-4 days straight. So it's but those days are long. I can accept the fact I'm getting old. I don't mind it, mate. I got a I got a compliment the other day, mate. I was speaking to this lass and she told me, she's like, you don't look young for your age. Like you do actually look like 38, 39. You look your age, but it's like you wear your age well. Like it's not in a you look old kind of way. Like you look your age in a like a masculine, mature kind of way. And I was like, do you know what? I'll fucking take it. You do look young for your age, you do. You have got baby face, that is. No, like I said, I'm under no risk for that, mate. I usually get told I either look my age or you look slightly older than your age, but no, like I said, she was like, you look your age, but you look your age in a manly kind of way, like you look like a man. And I was like, do you know what? I'll take it. Like, I'm not going to argue with that compliment. I'm just going to thank you. Oh, company. Oh yeah, I definitely don't dress my age. That's no. I usually, mate, I'm in combats in a vest of some kind. Like that's my usual get up. I mean, granted, mine are more youthful vest, I'd say, because it's more like I have like more gothic inspired clothes. So I've got like a lot of vests with patterns on. I've got a lot of vests that I've got like belts and shit around them and shit like that. But that's just my style. Like I look. Somebody said over there, it's like, have you ever thought about dressing like, you know, like, not so much in the gothic stuff, but in like actual shit that 40-year-olds would wear? I'm like, I look at clothes like that, mate, and not a single fucking one of them interests me, I'll be honest with you. Not a one. Yeah, that's it. That's just... That's not my style, mate. I don't dress like that, and I definitely don't dress like for fashion, so to speak. I wear what I'm comfortable in, mate, which is, like I said, for me, usually baggy vests and a baggy pair of combats, and I'm happy. I do. Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. Alright, see you later, TJ, mate. Have a good one, mate. You enjoy your kitball. Am I getting more company again? Jesus Christ. I think it's because I'm using, obviously we're both running Auger a lot, that's why heat map will, I know heat map's turned down, but it's still there, so eventually we all got to attract attention sooner or later. I'm going to finish this section and then I'm going to go do a bit of looting and hopefully find some mods for these tools. Yo. Oh, I see, mate, I see. I'm coming. Go on, what were you saying, mate? Yeah. Oh, was you just telling me... What? Was you just telling me about the horde, mate? Is that what you were shouting, Galpo? Was you just letting me know that we had company? I don't flirt. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, you shouted Guyver, or was that just to tell me about the horde coming? Okay, yeah, no, cool. Right, I'm going to put my Sonata away. I'm going to quickly make a cuppa, and then I'm going to go and get some missions done and hopefully find a couple of... I'll try and run as, what do you call it? Right, I'll put my Sonata away, make a quick cuppa. Oh. Oh. Right, let me just make a quick brewski. Good old Raven, good old Raven, giving the love. Right, you two, you've got 10 minutes and then it's bedtime, are you listening? Alright, look down, you've got 10 minutes, and I'll come and tuck you both in and it's time for sleepies. One sweetheart. Oh, mate, Luna fucking loves Violet, mate. Any time I mention we're going to see Violet, mate, I'm like... It's like a... It's like I we're doing... I get told off, mate. If we haven't met up for a while, I get told off. It's like, when can I see my Violet? I'm like, I don't think she's your Violet. It's like, she's not your Violet. I know you like her, but she's still Uncle Mikey and Kerry's Violet. She's not yours. Like, you don't own her. You can't just keep her. Like, we're not bringing her home. But yeah, no, Luna's really excited about it, mate. She's like, when do I get to see my Violet? I'm like, you're fucking seeing her for her birthday soon. Calm down. I will get Violet something when I get paid next month, mate. When I get paid, I will pick her something up. Nah, come on, it's her birthday, I want to. I'd have picked her up something this month, but I have been, again, there's been a lot of shit going off and it's just been very stressful, but I will, when I get paid, mate, I will definitely pick her something up, pal. You said she's into that ladybug thing, yeah? That's fine, mate. I've seen, because Luna's, like I said, I've seen her watching it. I don't know if she watches the official cartoon or if it's like YouTubers playing it or whatever, but she's, yeah, Luna knows what it is. She's I was looking at I was looking at a couple of gifts. I was looking at a couple of gifts for Luna because she's into it. So I know for a fact there's plenty of shit out there. So yeah, when I get paid next month, mate, I'll pick Babby something up, Paul. You'll have to you'll have to spam me a message. But yeah. I will, I'll at the moment, yeah. I'll remind you closer to time, mate. But yeah, if you, because I'll not remember it, so you have to put it in a message or something. But if you give me a address and postcode, I'll when I get it next month, I'll pick something up and get it sent over to you, pal. Yep. I can't look up at the moment. I'm in the kitchen making a brew. I will look up in 2 minutes. I'm just making a coffee. I'm just brewing a coffee at the moment, but I shall be in shortly. Again, don't know what you're talking about. You're warping my fragile, innocent mind. Have you seen this chat? Have you seen what I have to put up with, honestly? I'm always being harassed. I'm innocent, I don't know what you're all about. But both my kids were miraculous conceptions. Oh, mate, I've had so much fun over 6-week holidays with kids, mate. It's been lovely having them, but at the same time, yes, school is coming back soon enough, mate. Soon enough. 2 weeks, just under or just over, sorry. Yeah, I've noticed Marta have been very unsettled, mate. But again, with autism, I think it's because they're used to, you know. Yeah, we go out and do stuff wherever we can, but at the same time, I think that routine of, you know, like a daily routine of we go here, we go do this, we go do that, we go do this. Like Monday, we've got these, you know, we do the same things. I pick you up from school, I take you to this location, we have fun. Tuesday, we have a set location because with their autism, they thrive on structure, and obviously with school being art, it's the day-to-day routine's sort of gone out of fucking window. it's not so much new places. It's more they're used to a certain routine. Like they go to school, they finish school, we'll go do X, Y, Z. They go to school, finish school. This day we'll go do X, Y, Z. And obviously with school being out and not having that routine of seeing the mates, go to school for 8 hours. It's I mean, there's times, as much as Andrew says he loves being off school, there's times I've seen Andrew sat in house, mate. He's literally plodding around fucking house like he ain't got a clue what to do with himself. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. I think it's occupying brain, mate. Because obviously, when you're at school, that's 8 hours a day to cope with. When you're not at school, that's it. That's another. That's another. That's another. That's another 8 hours. That's another 8 hours a day that you've got to sort of try and entertain them. But yeah, they're enjoying the time off school, but at the same time, there are times where they're sort of like a bit lost, like they don't know what to do with themselves, bless them. It's like I sympathise, I feel for you, kid, I really do. I get it, you want entertainment. It has been a bit easier to get out and do things a little bit more often though, because other week the mother informed me that like kids get to travel on buses for free and shit like that in holidays, so that's been handy. Oh mate, I wish, mate. Fucking I think school fare wise, get like when it's school time, going like back and forth from school, mate. It's like 130 quid a fucking week, a month, sorry. Because obviously I've only got a 2 weeks a month. But it's like, yeah, it's like 130, 140 quid yeah, because obviously I'm paying my fare as well, yeah. So it's like 3-4 buses a day. It's like 130 fucking quid just for bus fare alone. It's not cheap, mate. It's not fucking cheap. Hey NG. Hey Raven, mate. I've only just seen your message, mate. I didn't even know you'd popped in. Sorry about that, Raven, mate. I've been ignoring you, buddy. That's very rude of me. How you doing, Paul? No. If it's if it's not hacks, if it's just a mod you've downloaded. See, they like for this private server here, for example. You could download some mods through the Nexus that we would be able to run on PlayStation because the server itself is online. So you could there's a lot of mods you won't be able to have, obviously because PlayStation's not strong enough to run smoothly, such as I think like Darkness Falls might be a bit too big. I don't think it'd. But yeah, you can get. Because you can do it on Orc. I do it on Orc. Like me and TJ have got on Orc. We've got the private server we play on Orc. We've got a couple of mods on. Granted, most of them aren't big because it's not like cheats. It's more cosmetic shit. Of course, I'm very vain about my bases and I like to make them look fancy. So. But yeah, no, yeah, because you've got it as a PC server, you can do a bit more with it than you can do if it was like an offline PlayStation server. There's certain benefits you get for having a proper server through the company rather than a private one that you've done yourself. Because I've been considering for my solo series. If this solo series does well, when I do the next one, I'm considering actually renting a server, just so I can have access to certain mods that I think would be good. I don't want over the top shit, but I would like things like the electrics in the houses and stuff. You can like restore power to houses, so like the POIs actually light up properly, like these electricity and shit like that. I'm like, that'd be cool. Same as I know there's a mod for a lot of the. Like I know there's a lot of lights you can make on the game that don't work. You can just make it purely cosmetic. There's no actual light off them. there's a mod that makes them actually light up like they should do, which again I think would be cool. Yeah, things like that, little quality. Yeah, little quality of light stuff and cosmetic stuff. I love mods like that. I'm not big on cheat mods. I don't like mods that make the game, you know, basically I'm Superman and I can do anything I want without any threat whatsoever. I don't tend to enjoy those style of mods. They sort of take the challenge and the fun out of the game, for me personally. But, this isn't my quest. I need to... I thought this was my quest. It's not. I think this is TJ's quest. Right, I need to find the... Where is Jen? Let me find Jen. It's not on... I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go to Jen and pick up a mission, mate, cause... But yeah, no, because you can have certain mods, not too much, but there are certain quality of life mods that you can run on a PC run server. So like I said, if this solo series does well for the next one, I think I might pick up a server just so I can have some quality of life mods on there to enhance the gameplay a little. Because I've got like 20 episodes recorded, but I'm not planning on releasing them weekly because things are a bit chaotic at the moment. So what I've started doing is I've started recording them, and then I think once I've got the entire series recorded and sorted, I'm just going to release them sort of like when I can't stream, so like on a weekly basis, the days that I can't get to stream, like when I've got kids and that, I can just release a couple of episodes that week and sort of spread it out. That's my plan of action. Oh no, you can't be a T-hound if you can't be a T-hound if you're brewing up and there's people in the house. You've got to offer brews to others. That's just like an unspoken rule with our little friend group, mate. If we're all in the house and I'm making a brewski, like you ask everyone else if they want a brew. I mean, if they don't answer me straight away, that's their problem. If I say I'm making a cuppa and nobody goes, I'll have one, then you know that's your own fault. But I'll always ask. I'll always say, look, I'm gonna go and make a cuppa, and if anybody opens the trap and says, oh, 2 sugars, like yeah, no worries, mate, I'll brew the one. It's them people that don't say no. I'll be like, I'm making a brew, loud enough, like every fucker's heard me. Nobody says oh, and then I come back, oh, you didn't make me one. Like I literally just fucking said I'm brewing. Giggity. It was a giggity moment, and nobody said it. It would have it would have been nagging at my brain if I didn't. I know I didn't start the thing. I only did like the first couple of sections of the ramp. After that, I didn't dig anymore. Why is it so dangerous? Oh, there's a storm active. That's why they're all pissed off. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I think I've just gone past your base. You've got a couple of spotlights up. Yeah, I think I've just passed yours, aren't we? Because I went to a mission thinking it was my mission and it weren't, it was TJ, so I'm like, I can't activate that, so... I'm on my way to Jen to get a mission, because... We need some, burnt lands. We was gonna do Ironlands. That was the initial idea, was to go to Gravestown where the Ironlands were and dig under there. But they moved Gravestown to the burnt biome, so rather than trekking around to Ironlands, we wanted it to be New Gravestown. So seeing as it moved, it we were like, well, instead of going to Ironlands, we could just build it here regardless. So. Hey up, Jen Love. Have you got any jobs for me? I need the mission. We need to get some. We need to get some decent equipment. So, the durability of one of your armors has been weakened. Yeah, that's because the. Oh yeah, that's something I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know if it's a setting you can turn off or not. But you know, if you're out in the storm now, I think you have to be out there for a prolonged period of time. But if you're out in storm for too long, they're actually more dangerous now. They will start to erode your armor. Which is I like that personally. I do like that. It actually makes storms more deadly. You know, there's a yeah, that's it. It's like storms are actually a bit more threatening. I'm like, I don't hate that idea. And because it's because storms are dangerous, so obviously zombies are more dangerous, but you do get that time. As long as you take shelter for a while, you can just buy, and you can sort of exploit the fact that you're getting better loot without any real drawback. Which, so the idea that storms are going to erode your armor and make your armor weaker and put you in danger, I'm not against that idea as a rule. Because it sort of adds a little bit more. It adds a bit more risk to the high reward that you get. It's sort of like, yes, you will get better loot, but also, you also run the risk that your armor's going to erode over time. And if you've got no armor on whatsoever, when you play on the higher difficulties like we do, it's literally one or two shots and you're dead. So I don't hate the idea that storms are more deadly. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to go down into the fucking basement. I'm just trying to get away from the storm. Oh, you can't take shot. Oh yeah, come on a minute. Well, I was safe then. Yeah, storm's still going on. I'm just trying to find a location in this fucking house that's sheltered enough to survive. Because my armor's a bit battered, and yeah, that'll do. There we go. I think I'm safe there for the time being. We'll just let that tick up a bit. And for anyone watching this later, for those of you who are more Orc fans, I know I've got a lot of people who prefer the Orc side of stuff. I will be back on that tomorrow evening, I think is the plan. Is this server up and running all the time then? Like, you know, like, because obviously I know we're building and it's mainly a building, but like in terms of like running missions and getting decent attachments and stuff, can that be done at any point? Sweet. Because that means when we're streaming, I can sort of like do the looting off stream and then use the use any decent loot we get off stream as a way to speed up the building process. I was gonna jump on over there, but I weren't sure. I weren't sure if it would open 24/7 if we had like a timer on it. So, but I was thinking about hopping on over there and just. Oh, paper, thank you. I like paper. Paper has become, since they added the smell feature back into it and you can wrap meat up, paper has become something of a a valuable commodity again. For the longest time, it was pointless to have me. I didn't see it point in it. It really was just a pointless bit, unless you were making explosives. Yeah, it was a pointless thing. But since they've added the smell feature back in, paper's actually now a useful commodity again. Uh, 27th. Unless they sort out the cock up they have made on and Andrew's fucking money front, mate, I don't get paid again until next month. So I am a little skint till next month. I don't tend to spend a lot of money on myself personally. There's not really a lot I need in life, so I don't really buy a lot. I get me some clothes if I need them, and I occasionally might treat myself to a game. But other than that, like 95% of my money goes on them two little monkeys. They spend me money for me. Oh mate, if I would just spend, if I got my money just to spend money on myself, I could literally get to end of month and still have 500-600 quid left, because I very rarely spend money. I very rarely have like anything that I'm not one of them people that go out and get a shit ton of new clothes because I want new clothes and stuff like that. Like, I'll get what I need when I need it, basically. So if I'm not in dire need of anything, I don't really tend to spend out. That's why I said, mate, I would be a useless or a good millionaire, depending on which way you look at it. In terms of spending, I'd be good because I'd save a lot of money. But in terms of, like, you know, oh, you've got all this money to spend and you can do whatever you want, I'd be at a loss what to fucking do with it. I'm like, I don't need anything. That's why in one sense I'm happy that kids are happy to spend my money, mate. Because if it was left for me to spend it, it'd just sit it back doing jack shit 90% of the time. I am not a big money spender. I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty chilled on the dollar front. But again, I don't need to worry about that because I have got two adorable children who are more than happy to spend it for me. Cost me a fortune for Luna's birthday, but worth it. She's happy with everything. So, worth every penny. I've just waited on I think I've just waited on last two packages for Luna's birthday coming because they took a bit longer to prepare because it's all personalised items, so I got her a few things that are... Well, I got a couple of things that I've gone wrong way. I've gone back to that mission. I need to highlight my mission, for fuck's sake. No, she got a bunch of... Yeah, she got a bunch of generic, so to speak, presents. She likes type of presents that every 8-year-old's gonna love, but I went out and got her a couple of... She's got like an airbrush, a necklace, and some air grips that are all... they've all got a name engraved, or in the shape of a name. It's all handmade. And she's got... I got her a special... Because she gets a lot of knots in her hair, bless her. So I got her a special airbrush that is specifically designed to... It sort of unravels knots as you brush through, so it doesn't tug on her hair anymore. Yeah, but instead of getting a normal one, I went and I found a place online that does them. They handcraft every brush. They'll personalise it, so she's got like a name on it. She's got a big unicorn with all glitter and shit engraved into it, and yeah, I went and got her one of them, and then I got her a necklace and a bracelet that's handcrafted and personalised to her. Luna's hair. Look, problem with Luna's hair, mate, is she takes after her mum. She's got very yeah, she's got very thick hair. So when you're trying to brush it, it's not too bad in winter. Do you know, like when it's a bit cooler? When it's a bit cooler, it's not that bad. It's more like in heat like this when we're having summer and shit. You know, because the humidity, like her hair gets so bushy and tangly. It's a right fucking ball ache. Like I've got to the point like when I'm washing her hair, like usually I'm not one for like, oh yeah, get this brand or out like that, but I've got certain shampoo and conditioners that it's the only one I will use on Luna's hair, because I've noticed like with some brands, even when after you've washed it, it still stays really knotty. But I found I found one or two brands that when I do wash her hair with, like I can literally put conditioner on, rinse it out, and I can literally stick airbrush straight through her hair, mate. Not a single bit of pulling, and it's like, my mum was saying, you don't know this cheaper brands. I'm like, yeah, I know this one's more expensive, mother, but it works. That's it. I'm like, this stuff just works. I never have any issue with knots when I wash her hair with this shit. So if it works, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it type of job. But no, yeah, I would tell her Luna over there because she was getting a bit of attitude to him. But like, you need to knock that shit off. Don't be ungrateful. Like for you, you're a bit spoilt, and I'm as guilty for that as a mum. You know, that's not just a mum, that's me as well. I'm a shit for fucking spoiling her. But I'm like, you are getting a bit too spoilt, kid. Like you're being a bit ungrateful. Like, despite my opinions on your mum and your mum's opinion on me and whatever, like you credit where it's due, you know what I mean? Like, your mother spoils you fucking rotten, kid. Like don't begin your mother attitude, cause you don't go with that, kid. Not in the fucking slightest. You get spoilt fucking rotten. Oh, she knows it, mate. Like I said, Luna knows it, mate. My mate found that out of the day. He thought I was just like blowing smoke or whatever. But I said to him, I'm like, you asked Luna where Daddy is, and he's like, yeah. And he did. He popped round for a cup, and he's like, so where's your daddy then? Straight away, mate. Luna put a little finger up and started wrapping her thumb around her finger. She's like, my daddy's here. I'm like, she knows it. She fucking knows. She's not daft. Daddy's round my little finger. Luna doesn't seem to go to me or her mum specifically when she's after something. It depends on what mood she's in. Andrew's a bit more of a mummy's boy unless he's poorly. When he's poorly, he's dad. Which I like, because Andrew's not, like, he's a lovely lad, but obviously with his autism, he's not always the greatest at showing his affection. So every now and again, when he wants to cuddle, like Andrew, he always gets cuddle at bedtime, but like during the day and stuff, like Andrew at times, mate, can literally go weeks without being bothered about a cuddle, and then out of nowhere, he'll just come and curl up on the sofa at the side of me, and he's quite happy to literally just lay and do nothing for like 2-3 hours, and he'll just lay and cuddle for 2 or 3 hours. I love it. He's like, sorry, I've interrupted your game, you know, like, oh, you were watching that show. I'm like, no, you don't ever fucking apologise for wanting cuddles, kid. Like, any time. Like, that's it. You can always come and have a cuddle, little man. That's one thing you've never got to worry about, mate. If it comes to choice of cuddling you or doing anything, like cuddling you and your sister will always come first, mate. That's a given. Oh, mate, like I said, of a month, mate, I pissed me and I had that conversation with Luna when she's older, and she was like, you know, she's like, if my boyfriend ever hits me, I'll do this and I'll do that. It's like, I'd go and tell my mum, because I know my mummy had beat him up, and my mate's like, well, Daddy won't beat him up. She's like, I'd never tell my daddy if my boyfriend hit me. Like, why? And Luna straight away, mate, without hesitation, looked him dead in the eyes and she went, my daddy owns swords and he will go to prison for me. uh, yeah, like, what? Me? Nah. I said that to Luna today. She's like, if my boyfriend ever upset me, she's like, what would you do? I'm like, well, it depends on what you mean by upset, because every couple argues. Obviously, I'm always going to defend you. And she's like, yeah, but what if he ever actually hurt me? She's like, what would you do then? I'm like, time, kid, lots and lots of time. That's exactly how that conversation would go. Oh, mate. It's some of the greatest moments, mate. Some of the greatest moments, mate. I have fun with it. That's what I do. I remember once I took Luna to dance class, and she had to dance with this boy because it was like a slow dance, and this boy was looking at me, and he didn't want to dance with Luna. And dance teacher's like, "Why don't you want to dance with Luna?" She's like, "His dad's looking at me. He scares me." And I was just like laughing along, going like, nah, you know, you can dance with it, I can dance with it. And then as soon as he looked at me, when dance teacher looked at me, I sort of like, you like did the fingers to eye thing, like I'm fucking watching you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking keeping my eye on you, son. And like, he looked so terrified. Like his mum looked so fucking angry. His dad was pissing himself, like absolutely pissing himself. Luna got right annoyed. She's like, you didn't have to joke around like that. I'm like, oh, it was fucking hilarious. I can't pass up on that. Like, yeah, I'm watching you, mate. Watching you. But I think it's a natural. I think it's a natural dad reaction, mate. Because I was saying with Luna, like, when she come home, it's like she's got a boyfriend at school at the moment. I think his name's Van. And she was like, he tried kissing me on cheek. And I know it's innocent, and obviously at that age it means nothing. It's a peck on cheek. It's completely innocent. But still, the second she said it, mate, I couldn't help but look how like I'll bury the twat. It is one of them things, mate. It is. I think it's. I said it before to Steph, mate. I think it's different for girls and dads than it is like mums and girls, because it's. Like I said, they sort of see it like this whole Romeo and Juliet love story, but they're young at the moment, but obviously when they get older and they get to teenage years and stuff like that, dads are more protective, because it's like, we know what that teenage boy's thinking, because we was that teenage boy. I know what I was thinking at his age. So it's like you guys are, you guys are looking at it like, you women are looking at it like, oh, this is so adorable, as dads are looking at it like, I'm fucking watching you, you little shit. Well, that's it, look. Oh, that's it, look. Lola was saying to me, she's like, that's sexist though, because you're treating my boyfriends different than you would Andrew's girlfriends. And I'm like, you're not wrong in what you're saying. In principle, what you're saying is right, yes. Like, treating you more with cotton wool than I do my son is, yeah, it is. I sort of get what you're saying, but at the same time, you've got to accept that that's the way of the world. Like little girls are always going to be looked at with more cotton wool from the dads than little boys are. Like that's just how the world works. Like you're gonna have to get used to it. That's it. It's like I know you say it comes across that way, but at the same time, it's like that's because it is that way. But for dads and the little girls, it's always going to be that way. Because it's like us, like we don't look at you like we don't look at you like grown-ups, even when you are grown-up, if you know what I mean. It's like I said to Luna, like you are going to have to learn to accept the fact that, yes, I get it, you're 8 years old, then you're going to be 9 years old, you'll be a teenager before I know it, I get it. But even when you're 45 with kids of your own, you've got to understand that when I look at you, I don't see a 45-year-old woman with kids. I will look at you and see my little baby that I held in my arms in an hospital room. Like that to me is that's how I'm always going to look at you. Like you've got to accept that fact. That's it. Like you've got to I've got to accept the fact that eventually you are going to grow up, but you've got to accept the fact in my eyes you'll always be that little princess. Like you have to deal with that, kid. I'm trying to find main fucking. Oh, main loot's down there. Okay. Right. I've got as a cooking grill. I don't know if it's a better cooking grill or a worse cooking grill, but we've got a cooking grill. Ooh, zombies. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, note to self in the update, I think they increased the damage on like things like Molotovs and explosives, because that one explosive just crippled the living shit out of all of them. That is yeah, no, that's useful information to know. I'll bear that in mind. Explosives are really good at, might not kill them, but it does cripple the shit out of them. That's. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, having a pipe bomb explode between your kneecaps is definitely Oh sweet, I've got an upgrade for us when I get back. Yeah, I'm coming back soon, mate. I've almost done this mission. I'm just in main loot room now. Giggity. I will come give you some meat. Yeah, I've got as a level 3 grill. I made bacon and eggs, but we have got enough to make more bacon and eggs. So as soon as I get back from this mission, mate, that's the first thing I will do. I will make more bacon and eggs. He was always one of my favourite wrestlers, Mankind. I liked Mankind. Yep. I like as well because I've seen he's one of them people that didn't let fame go to his head. Like I've seen a lot of interviews with him and other wrestlers talking about him, and it's like, yeah, you'd think it's just an act, this like nonchalant, down to earth sort of like, you know, the fact I've got hundreds of thousands doesn't really fucking matter, but it's like, it's really not. But like, that is what he's like when you're just chilling out with him. Like, he's just that laid back. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Well, I think it was. I saw an interview. I think it was with Rock, and he was saying like, it's like we'd all rock out to these events with like really fancy clothes and shit like that. Like mankind, is like mankind sort of reminds me of Adam Sandler because he'd just rock up in like fucking a pair of gym shorts and a fucking football t-shirt. He'd just be like it's meant to be like some red carpet style event, and he's just in his fucking shorts and t-shirt chilling out. Like. In terms of wrestlers, Mankind's one of them to me, mate. Like, out of all wrestlers, like I've seen, like, because I haven't seen many. I think I've seen maybe 20 odd at the most. But out of all the ones I've seen interviews with, like, just as the orders as a general person, he's one of them. I could picture Mankind's one of them guys that would be a fucking right laugh on a night out. Like, it'd be it'd be a blast. Right, I'm just gonna get to Trader, and then on this mission, and I'll do some meat. So as I get back, I just need to pop upstairs because it's time to get these two little monkeys laid in bed. Yeah. Mm.
He walked into a door. Yeah.
You what?
I walked into the door.
You walked into the bedroom door.
No, the bathroom.
You walked into the bathroom door. Well, that would have been a silly thing to do, weren't it? Right, come on, it's bedtime now. I'm gonna come and tuck you both in now. You can have a little drink. You're not having loads because I don't want you wet in bed. So you can have a little drink, yes, but it's time to start settling down now. It's time for bedtime. I'm just gonna get myself out of the way so zombies don't chew me up, and I will. Uncle Mike, he says you meant to open the door.
He didn't even know it was 12.
No, that's right upstairs. Both of you are coming up now. No, that's because usually, unless they're on toilet, I usually leave bathroom door open, obviously, so they know no one's in there. I think I shut it last time I went to Lure. Obviously, her being used to the door being open, she just tried walking straight in. Fucking bless you, Bobby. Oh, you make me chuckle, Babs. You really do. Right, Right, I am going to make my way. I'm just going to go and put these in bed, and then I will head back and get you some food made. Right, where's my reward, Jen, love? Oh, glue. We can use glue to make duct tape. I'll take some glue. I'll pick another job up, and then I will go put these in bed. Come back and make you some food. Right, I shall be back shortly, people. I'm just gonna go put my little monkeys in bed. You've had an extra half an hour than normal. Right, come on, bedtime now. You've had an extra half an hour to finish watching your show, now it's time for sleep. No, you're gonna start getting back to a normal bedtime routine. Because, obviously, you're back in. Ah. Right, come on. It's bedtime now. Come on. Hurry up, bed. Oi! Stop messing. Toilet, bed. Off to the toilet. Come on, you. Come on, get in bed. Hope you get sweetheart. Oh, that's up. No more messing about now. Love you both. Do not. Alright, sleep. I said sleep. Yeah, kid says no night. Again. that's that's probably the biggest pain in the ass about the heat wave, mate. I'll tell you now, it's because of how hot it is. It's thrown their sleep patterns out at fucking window. It don't know. It don't help. Like I said, it's like the living room heats rest of the house. If you know what I mean, because I've got an insulated underlay down in living room. So, like in winter, it's great because it keeps house love. Like I can have eating on for 5 minutes, and entire house turns into a sweatbox even when it's in the middle of winter, which is lovely. The downside to it is when we're having heat waves like this, living room's a fucking cooker, and obviously because heat goes up, like the heat just sort of like disperses upstairs and through the rest of the house, and it's like, yeah, it's lovely in winter, in summer not summer. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm like yeah, what colour are you? You're green, I need bedding towards you. Yeah, yeah, in winter, mate, it's fucking wonderful for gas belly winter, mate. I can top up fucking 60 quid's worth of gas and still have change left at end of the month. But the good thing about it is I sort of stockpile fruit summer, if you know what I mean. Like, so I'll still top up 60 quid a month gas in summer, even though I'm not using anywhere near that amount. But when it gets to winter, it means I can sort of just have it. I can let it have it. They can use it willy nilly as and when they need to, cause there's always fucking excess. It's usually not that bad when there's a breeze, because I usually have windows open upstairs and vents up and downstairs. You know, like to create a backdraft, but there's just like last couple of nights I've had fucking windows wide open all night, mate, and there's just no breeze at all. It's just stagnant fucking heat. It does my nothing. I what? I think tomorrow we're all about getting out for the day. I'm going to take them to park for afternoon, I think. Yeah, I'm taking these two to park. They wanted to go, they wanted to go over there, but I had shit that needed sorting out. So I've said what we'll do is, since we couldn't go over there, we'll get up tomorrow, let you have your breakfast and shit, get a chance for your bellies to settle and that, and then we'll make a bunch of sandwiches, make a big picnic, and we'll go park that day, and we'll have a big picnic at park. Which gets you out of the house for a couple of hours, lets you get a bit of fresh air. And on the upside, that park's massive with a lot of different climbing frames on it, so that's yeah, you can knock yourselves out for a few hours. Yeah, Grace Park. Yeah, it's that it's a really big park, and they've got all nature park, like nature pathways and shit. 'Cause kids love exploring nature. They love walking, like doing nature walks and that. So we can go to park for a couple of hours, and then I can just take them through woods and let them explore. And yeah. There's a lot of parks you can get. You have to cross one or two roads, but like you can spend minus, like, I'd say what, maybe 4 or 5 roads. You can pretty much spend like 95% at walk in woodlands. Because that's how whenever I used to trek down to. Well, we used to, whenever I used to pop down to my mother's, I used to walk it down. Like, I'm not a big fan of getting buses. If it's in walkable distance, I'd rather just walk it. So that's what I used to do. Because, like, from where I live to my mother's is a bit of distance away. But because of all nature walkways up here, like, I can literally get from my house to my mother's house, and I think I cross, what, 3 roads? Which, for a location that is a good, what, you're talking a good 3.5 hour walk away, and I've only got to hit 3 roads. I can literally just take nature pathways, like, pretty much 95% of the way. Which is really nice, because I do love walking in nature. That's sort of like my therapeutic time. I like being outside in nature. That's my chill zone. Have I got any... Have I got any more meat? Yeah, no, I wonder if we've got any more than that. I think that's all we've got. Okay, no worries. I will keep my eyes open for more food. Yeah, I've started specking into perks to get the I'm gonna swap that grill because that'll decrease the cooking time. There we go. Oh, nice. That grill were worth it. That just looked like a good. Right, there's meat cooking now, mate. No, but I picked meat up. The countdown's starting to tick down because obviously I'm cooking it now. So yeah, it's because I had some meat on me while I was obviously I had to take it out into my inventory to cook it. Oh yeah. Undertaker's a given, mate. He's Undertaker for me was always that he was one of those guys like, you know, everyone's every year like, oh, I wonder who's going to get into Hall of Fame and win, and I'm like, Undertaker's a fucking given. I liked the older Kane, like Master Kane. Yeah, no, I weren't a big fan of them all, the more recent iteration. But the older Kane, like Master Kane when he first came into it, I loved Kane. Kane was awesome. See, I got lucky in that regard because I don't think I got into wrestling as young as you did. I didn't really like start paying attention to wrestling properly until I was in my teenage years. So yeah, I sort of like I was playing catch up. I, I was playing catch up basically to a lot of people who've been watching wrestling a while. I was sort of like watching older episodes and playing catch up, but yeah. I can get that sentiment, Grim, mate. Like for me, it was Stacey Keebler. Like obviously as a young man, like first time I saw Stacey Keebler, I was like, I was like, yeah, Stacey Keebler made me a wrestling fan. Which was yeah, it was a bit of a weird one for me because as far as like my general type, if you want to fucking say that I've got a type, like my general type of bird, like Stacey Keebler was not it. Like she was. She was nothing like the type of woman I'd usually look at and be like, "Ooh, hello," but yeah, definitely. I was always the same with gladiators, with lightning. Lightning was the same. Like not my usual type, but like lightning was awesome. It's like, but she's so manly, she's so powerful. She would squish your head in her thighs. I'm like, yes, yes, she would. I'm not saying I want to pass to the hereafter, but if I'm gonna go, there's worse ways. I was a big fan of Stacey Keebler. You see, I was weirdly enough like the one like diva that I never really found. Like I liked her as a wrestler, but I never actually found attractive, which is weird because that is usually the type of woman I find attractive. It was no Lita. Yeah, that is usually, you know, like looks wise, that's usually the type of woman I'd be like, oof, yeah, like proper rock chick, like oh she's, but yeah, nah, never found her that sexy. I think I like China, but not for looks. I like China for like in terms of wrestling. I think she won at first times I'd actually seen a woman get a an actual push when it came to actually matches, not just there for eye candy, but yeah, like an actual wrestling match rather than just oh look at these, like which were cool. It was nice to see. I'm gonna come back and help you dig after this mission. I'm trying to fucking get us a couple of mods for some weapons. It'd be nice. I'm gonna check shop after I've done this mission. We haven't really got the money at the moment for shop. I think we've only got like what 600-700 coins. Yeah. To be fair, usually I think we'd have a lot more money than this, but usually I go down to Intelligence Tree, don't I? I normally spec into missions and money and all that jazz. I ain't really bothered with that this time. Obviously, it'd be more of a build series than a mission series. I'll have to check all boxes when I get back, because I haven't seen that. But if we have got it, I will definitely, I'll pop past space before I go back to Ant Mission, and if we've got it, I'll take it to the shop and see if we've got any mods for augers and shit like that, because it'd be useful to have like more damage to rock and that type of shit, so we can get it done quicker. Yeah, I took that off on my series, the need to read books, which is annoying. I wish it'd let you choose what, like what's necessary. Yeah, you can make anything. Like the original game, you can make anything as long as you know how. Oh shit, that's a dog. I've just seen a dog. That's why it annoys me, because I like the idea of being able to make certain things without needing to read a book, because it makes sense. Like I said, like bacon and eggs, I shouldn't need to read fucking 21 books to know how to fry an egg, quite frankly. But basically it works like, for example, if I wanted to build myself a workbench, I don't need the forged ahead to do it. I just need the ports, basically. You need a certain things, or you have to find one out in wild. Which unfortunately you can't do a lot on this. Like you can set it so you can find them in the wild, but you can't do the wrench trick that you used to be able to do. Like you can't like break it with a wrench to get it. Like if you find it in wild, you either use it there and then while you've got it in front of you, or it's just tough, basically. Yep. Like I said, I wish you could pick a. I wouldn't mind it if it was. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it if it was a combination of the two. If they said, like, I don't know, like, you can make level 1 shit from that to, you know, like, tier 1 stuff. And then, like, when you go from, like, Stone Spear to Iron Spear, you need to read a magazine for that transition so that you can start making, and then you've got to make X amount of Iron Spears or get X amount of kills with Iron Spears to level up your skill so that, you know, then when you go to Steel Spears, again, you'd need to read a magazine to do that transition. That'd be a good way of doing it, but unfortunately, you can't do best of both. Because personally, I don't like. I like the idea of having to read magazines to make complicated shit such as forges, workbenches, helicopters. Like that makes sense. You should need. That's not something everybody's gonna know. So I like the idea that you need like an instruction manual to help you with shit like that. That logically to me makes sense. I don't like the dumb shit like to make a basic stone axe or to make a fucking bacon and eggs. That type of shit. Boil water. Oh, you can't boil water. Why? You haven't read 5 cooking books yet. Like, I shouldn't have to read a book to learn how to put water in a fucking pan and put it on top of the fire. That's not something I need to read to learn. Like, that type of stuff to me makes no sense. It's that side of stuff that irritates me. Like, same as like the more complicated things like guns. I don't mind the idea that you've got to read magazines to know how to repair guns. That's a very technical skill. That to me makes a lot of sense. You should. Obviously, I know some people will know how to do it, but if you're going on average Joe, I'm sure an average Joe out there is not going to know how to repair a fucking AK-47 if it fucks up. So, yeah. It's like crafting bows and shit like that. Like, alright, I can build a bow and arrow, but again, average Joe, I'm sure average Joe's not a bit of a medieval nerd like I am. They're probably not going to have a clue what to do. Just same as with guns, I could probably shoot a gun, not to any sort of professional level, but I could shoot a gun. But if you pass me a gun and said, "Oh, this is broken, mate, you have to fix this," yeah, sure. I totally know what I'm doing, honestly. I'd say I'd say with shit like cars and that, like, can I drive a car? Yes. Can I drive a motorbike? Yeah, I've ridden motorbikes. But if you were, you know, on the same token of respect, if that motorbike broke down and you turn around and said, right, you have to strip this engine apart, mate. Okay. I will definitely strip this engine apart. I'm making no guarantees that it's getting put back together afterwards, but I'll take it apart. I'll be waiting a sec, mate. I'm just checking these boxes to see if there's any dollar. You said we got dollar. I'm just checking if we've got any. No, I'm guessing some. Nope. I'm guessing somebody's took that. There's no dollar in here, mate. I'm afraid there is 0 cash fundage. Although we haven't really got anything that shoots some of these bullets, so it might be worth selling some of these bullets to get. Yeah, I did say, mate. I set like 8. I set like 18 off cooking pole. Right, it's okay. Spikes dealt with him. But yeah, I'm gonna sell some of these bullets because we haven't really got out to shoot them yet. So I'm I'm not gonna sell the AR rounds because I think most people like ARs. I think. Oh mate, my solo playthrough, mate. I think I've got my spawns on max. Oh, you dirty mother. Ooh. See, I went. Yeah, that's what I did on my solo game. I went high respawn rate, high, very high density of zombies, very high respawn rate. So it's not too bad when you're out in open like this. Like I'll get like the odd wandering horde like we've had. I'll have a few times where it gets a bit busy, but it's usually a bit. It's usually a little bit quieter in areas like we are now, where it's a bit more open. Like you'll still get zombies, but obviously the respawn rate keeps the supply of zombies, but it's not like flooded. But built up areas. Right, I'm gonna go to the shop and see if she's got it worth having. Yeah, on my solo game, built up areas like towns and cities, mate. Oh, dude. It's like a constant battle. Like, constantly. From second you get into town when you're trying to loot a location, it's just non-stop fucking flow of zombies. Oh shit. Pedals. I'll be honest with Pedals, mate, it's not because I've got, it's not super amazing armour, but I've got half decent armour I've looted, like heavy armour, so it's a bit more resilient. It's more the burnt Pedals, you know, like that fire effect, whenever they twat you, that fire effect, because I think it lasts like 7 or 8 seconds, and I've noticed, yeah, it's not a little bit of damage. I had to use a full health kit a minute ago. I got slapped by one of my health for going down that fast. I had to use a full health kit to sort of, like, the regeneration effect to counteract the fire burning effect. It was like, yeah, he almost took me out in a single slap, just burnt me alive. Like, dude, come on. But like I said, on mine, I've only spent a little bit of time in Burnt Lands, but I've basically transitioned straight to desert. That's what I've made like my main little hub. But you get the opposite problem in the desert. It's not so much the special effect doing the damage, because you get a lot of them V-spitting assholes. They don't do a lot of damage per se, but they do that slow down effect when you've got 3 or 4 Federals chasing you. And then you get smacked by that, oh, you can only move at a quarter movement speed. It's like, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, it's horrible. And the infection rate, I don't know if you've spent a lot of time in desert since update, but those, them little bees that hit you, they've got a really high chance of putting infection on you. So because you're getting... And because they're quite hard to hit, you know, because they don't usually stay around you, they hit you, fuck off, and they'll fly around for a bit, and then you get distracted, and they'll come back and hit you again, and... Oh, yeah, mate, I have gone... I got quite lucky early in game, and I'm like, oh, look... I'm like, early in game, I'm like, oh, look at that, I've got like 15 honey, I've got so much honey, this is right good. Yeah, I think by episode 3, mate, I was down to like 2 honey left. Like, the amount of fucking times those fucking bee things have infected me is just... It's horrible. Fucking horrible. It's like I get it's not. It's like I get it's not. I get it's not personally inflicting a lot of damage, but that constant, because obviously I've made my playthrough a bit more gritty, and it's the difficulties up the infect like when you get it, like I've made infections dangerous against, like when you get infected, I think it's like 150% increase how fast it climbs. So like getting infected is a legitimate fucking threat. And oh yeah, because of how much those bees guys infect you, I have lost count of the amount of times I've almost died because I've been struggling to find heals because those fucking cowboy zombies keep infecting me with stupid bee spitting shit. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Oh wow, mate. She's got nothing in terms of mods, mate, and I mean literally nothing. I'm just gonna. Actually, I'll sell some stuff first, and I'll come back and help you do some digging. Hey, I think I can make a slightly better bow. Woo. Yeah, if chat's wondering why we're not using creative for everything, we decided we're not doing that. We're basically using creative for tools, basically. Because we're trying to do, obviously it's mainly a build video, so but we don't want it to be. We still want to be able to go out, break it up a bit, do a couple of missions. So we're sort of using it to make tools like augers and stuff. Because the build we're doing is going to be massive. We're building a massive underground city, so that's going to take an inordinate amount of resources. You got any skill books worth taking? Yeah, I'm just having a look what she's got now, mate. We've got... I mean, armour books won't be a terrible shout. The ability to make better armour for survivability won't be a terrible... But no, she's mainly selling like repair kits and forged steel and stuff like that. But in terms of actual... like immediate use items that we could actually make use of, she's not really got a job lot cracking. I'll pick up a job for next time I'm on. But I'm going to come and help you do some digging to get this thing along a little bit. Although saying that, to be fair, we hadn't done a lot of missions yet, so obviously the overall shop's inventory is not going to be great, because we're only on tier 1 basic shit, basically. Yeah, that's why I've been trying to run some missions. I've been trying to run some missions to get us some stuff up, but I feel bad just leaving you doing all fucking digging. So I've been trying to sort of like do a couple of missions. That's why I did a bit of digging when I first got on. I was sort of like trying to space it between doing a bit of work to get a bit of missions done so we can get better loot and... I'm also finding the one good thing with the Iron Lands chat, Burnt Lands either, the nests. The nests are so easy to see. Yeah, it's a shame that they moved it. Have they still got the Have they still got the major city on it? Yeah, because on the original version, and whenever you went to like .00, there were always like huge city. Oh, my stupid headset. I said, have they still got the main like the big hub city? Because I know, like on the original version we used to play, like if you, yeah, if you were on if you was on Nabba's game, not the random gem, but whenever you were on Nabba's game, like whenever you went to .00, there was always a big city there. Yeah. I think that was 00. You had like a massive. you had like a huge collection of buildings at 0-0, but I haven't really played Nabba's game on this one since since it released. I've always done like my own random gen. 'Cause I don't mind for like build videos. Build videos like this, I don't mind so much because it's more about the building. But like when I'm actually playing the game for fun, it sort of takes the joy of exploration out of it for me when I play Nabba's game. We played it that much back in the day that I sort of know map. Because I know they've made little changes, but for most part, it's essentially the same map, and I know this map like back of my hand, so it's. I always tend to venture more to random gen, so at least it's a little different. No, there's not. No, I think there's something like. I think it's something like 5 or 6 like general layout plans, and they will always, even on like the massive maps, like the 8K ones, you can have like you can have, depending on what your seed is, you can have up from like 12 to 15, like decent sized city areas, but there's only like 5 or 6 basic layouts. So once you've hit a couple of cities, you just sort of see repeats of buildings and cities. There's a lot of copy paste type of shit going off. That's the one thing I do miss about the old game, because I know the like on the OG 7 days, the like your random gem maps were that like you could play 20 different maps and not come across the same city layout, which was next to each other. Yeah, it won't follow the like the base. It won't follow the same basic city plan like it does on this. It was a lot more random. I do miss that. I loved the bigger random city maps you used to get on the OG. But they had like a proper. They had like proper random gem back then though, didn't they? Like it really was random gem, whereas on this it's... Yeah. Or you'd get them roads that cut off like abruptly. You'd have a massive road that leads to nowhere basically. You'd be following a road thinking, oh, this is going to lead to an interesting location. You get to end that road and it's just like, not even a cabin. It's like the road literally just ends and then it's wilderness. Yeah, it's like construction crew got halfway through building the highway and were just like, can't be arsed. Yeah, mid construction. But no, I personally for me, I think overall, the positive aspects of true random gen by far outweigh the negatives. Yeah, they did they did a I think so for me I think this is like the first true update they've done where it's the actual new team dealing with it rather than just putting shit that's already been prepared. So I think this is the first update they've done where they actually the new team dealt with the update, and it's yeah. I mean, like the new companies had input on what gets done, and for this, I think for this update to say it's like the first major update they've sort of had a hand in. All right, it's got one or two negatives, but I'd say like 95% of it, they've done great. Like credit where due, they've done a good job. yeah, they've definitely had a. But for all its good things, I will give props where props are due. But at the same time, they have definitely done one or two things where you're like, really, dude, like seriously. Yeah, I think that's one of them moments where pride came into it. They wanted to pass the buck. I genuinely think that's what it is. I think genuinely they didn't want to have to hold their hands up and said, you know what, we've as you've said twice now, we've done a major boo boo. Ooh, cooking pot. What level is that? Ah. But no, for me, the only thing I would have liked to have seen in this update is in terms of like the random gen, because I know they discussed it, but I don't think they've implemented it from what I've seen, because it's still the same basic layouts where you do a random gen map, but they were supposed to be making it so, like in the old one, when you change the name of the seed, it has a big impact on the actual layout of the map. That doesn't seem to be, or if they have implemented it, that they haven't implemented it in the same sort of strength that they did on the original. Well, that's what I did. That's why I said I don't think they've implemented it, like, at least not to the same degree, because I have tried a couple of different gen maps, you know, trying to find a map I liked for the new series, and changing the name of the seed did seem to have a impact. Like, I could tell, like, oh yeah, like, this name's definitely had an impact on the general layout of the map, but it's not as major as it were on the original game. Like I said, on an original game, like, you could type a name like we did, like Plateau or Rivers, and it would, you know, like the overall design of the map. You know, like we did plateaus, like you said for our series, we did that plateau one, and literally every biome I had at least like 12 or 13 massive plateaus in it. It was like mountains ranges that you could look from one mountain to other. But I've done similar things on this one, trying to find a map for my new series, and it was like, I could see the impact the name's having, like, I could sort of get the general layout and how it changes slightly, but it's not to any sort of, like, major degree. It is, like, subtle differences to the map, and it's like, I sort of feel like like I said, you said you were going to implement it, I feel like you haven't implemented it yet, and it's like a future update thing, you didn't have time to put it into this one, or if you have implemented it, you've not done it to the same degree of detail that you did on the original. And the zombies still get to you anyway, because they just walk along bottom of the lake. I think my favourite map came from mainly from C, not so much the POIs, but I remember on OG when I had a map called, I think I called it Urban Life, and it was like not like major cities, but in terms of like small towns, like you get in the grasslands and small towns, like they literally littered the map. It was almost like cities because you could literally be in one town. You'd cross one or two you'd cross one or two roads, and you'd be at next major town. So like although it weren't like a proper integrated city, it was sort of like almost like having lots of cities because the towns were so close together. I loved that map. There were so many POIs to go and check out. It was so fun. But I think they changed the way the map seeds work on this one in terms of, like, even if you met like lots of cities, there is, well, there's a set spawn. From what I've been reading online, there's like a set spawn rate for what it will do. So depending on how you set your sliders, like for example, if you set up a town, towns on the map generation, or I think one of the 2 lowest priorities. So if I set towns, but then I set mountains to like 30%, if there was going to be a town there, it will get rid of the town so that it can put a mountain in. Same with like lakes and water and stuff like that. Like if there were going to be a town there, but you've set your rivers to medium and it wants to put a river there, rather than putting the river on the edge of the town or through the town, it will just completely remove that town altogether so it can put a river there instead. So I've like to get more towns on my solo map. I've basically had to. I didn't want to get rid of rivers completely because I like the more natural environment. I like the idea that there's rivers and waterways, but I've had to like set them to a lower rate. Same with mountains. I've put some mountains in my game because I like mountains, but I've sort of had to like minimise the amount of mountains I've got because I know for a fact if I turn the mountains or the rivers or the lakes up, it's going to get rid of a shit ton of towns just to put an empty hillside there with no POI on it. Which is a bit shit. Right. I'm going to come back and do some digging because these missions... Let's come and help you do a bit more digging and then I'll come back to looting at a later stage. Diggy. Oh, that's one of the good things about being able to do a little bit off stream as well, because I can. That is one advantage to like to playing solo for fun rather than doing a series. I can get away with listening to music while I'm cracking on doing shit. the downside to being all like to streaming on YouTube is I can't. Like, cause Brendan's like, oh well, I love building on games like, cause obviously like on I think is it Twitchy users. It's like they don't really care if you play a little bit of music. And I'm like, oh mate, I can't do that on YouTube, mate. Like, I have like 10 seconds of a song on YouTube that they are kicking off at my ass. So it's like, yeah, unfortunately I can't. I can't just put a bit of music on when I'm doing a massive mining session, unfortunately. Not if I'm streaming, because they'll tell me off. Right, I'm heading back to base now, mate. I've got a bunch of loot. But I'm not having much luck on the mods front. But that's why I was asking if it's offline, because I could, like, when I'm not online, I could, like, when we're not streaming. Like during the week, if I get a couple of hours spare, one day I can just jump on and I can run a couple of missions to get this loot stage up a bit. No, that's it, because loot stage and zombie stage goes up, and then if you're not... That's why I said if I've got a couple of hours one day, because I don't want to do it constantly, because if you do it constantly, the zombie stage and the loot stage goes up. Which is obviously, you know, for people like yourself that can only get on, like, you know, once or twice a week, that's going to be a bit shitty for you when you come back on and you've gone from, like, level 5 zombies to level 50 zombies, and you're like, well, I haven't really got the shit to deal with level 50 zombies. But it's just nice to be able to get the mundane shit done off stream. Because that's what I do on the Orc series that me and TJ has been making. Because raising babies on that game is a long, boring, tedious process. Because you've got to stay around base to raise them. It's not very entertaining to watch somebody basically standing in front of a baby, feeding it, and then every now and again fucking off on a meat run just to come back and do the same again. It's not the most entertaining. So I usually try to get all that bullshit done when I'm not streaming. For people out there in the YouTube world, your guys are lucky because you'll get to see us hatch an egg, and then a few episodes later you're like, oh look, dragon! Like, yeah, it doesn't happen like that for us, unfortunately. On our side of things, when we're actually raising them, it's hatch an egg, and then spend 8 hours 8 hours a weekend over the next week or two raising said bait. It's a very long, boring process. So we're nice and we do that off stream, so you guys don't have to put up with watching the tedious side of shit. You just get to watch us going exploring caves and ruins and getting his ass kicked. Like I think at some point this week, me and TJ bumped into a boss fight the other day, but we wasn't expecting a boss fight, so when we got in there, we didn't know there was a timer. Like, to get into the boss arena, so to speak. So poor TJ jumped down into the boss arena. I'd just finished feeding myself and getting my food and water back up. But by the time I'd done that, it popped up a barrier that you can't get through. So poor TJ was stuck in boss room by himself. He's like, fuck, I'm dying. I'm just running into an invisible wall. I'm like, it won't let me in, bro. It won't let me in. It's like I'm trying to get to you, but there's nothing I can do. It's like, sorry, Paul, you're behind you, bro, behind you. I'm trying to get to you, but I'm over cucumbered, so I'm moving slow as. Right, let's get some. Yep. Ah, we put the random dead body up, that's fucking funny. Oh shit, stop walking onto spikes, Ryan. There's no wonder your health and your armor keeps going down. My armor's... There's some shoes in this box, mate, and some body armor if you want better than grass stuff. There's actually some proper armor in there. Feel free to help yourself. I'll be out of the box in a minute. I'm storing shit. Keep the paper, because we need that to wrap meat up when we kill shit, so I don't attract endless waves of zombies. I'm going to put one of them in there so somebody else can have access to it. There's a level 6 axe in there, and there's also some body armor and some healing items should anybody require. Yeah, we've got a little bit of money. Not a lot, but we've got a little bit of money. No, unfortunately, no. We have a little bit of money, but we're not rich, mate. We're not rich by any means. Right, Yeah. Got that out of a random box. Okay, I'm going to see about making some stuff. Okay, I'm also going to organise these boxes a bit, cause the neat freak in me is starting to get irritated. These bullets and arrows and everything. I'm assuming this is Mikey because he said over there I found a couple of magic boxes, so I'm assuming this is one or two of the magic boxes he was speaking of. Okay, we've got more meat, we've got more eggs, so I'm going to make some more bacon and egg. We've got water close by, so I'm going to go and fill a couple of these water jars up as well. Right, I'm going to fill a couple of them up. First things first. Right, there's another 14 bacon and egg cooking. Oh shit, it's night time. Okay. May want to pay a little bit more attention to the time of day as well, Ryan. We are on slightly harder difficulty. And the zombies are running, so it might be a good idea to pay attention to what's happening around you. Just as a rule. I'm going to look at making some crop plots. I'm going to stick them on the roof for the time being. So that we can start growing some food supplies. Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Put that in there for now. I'm going to sort these boxes out. Seeds. How many crop plots am I crafting? Oh shit, why are you whinging? Oh, you're hungry and thirsty. Okay. Okay, that sounds cool. That means when we that means if you do the seed harvesting, we should get better yields. Okay, I've took 9 water. There's another 10 water in that box ready for somebody else to drink, and I will fill these spare water jugs up too. Yeah. So we've got 9 plots. Okay, so if we plant some, trying to think what makes the best recipes. If we plant some potatoes and corn, because I think they're the best two for most recipes. Corn, yeah, you need corn for that. That's why I'm taking some corn seeds to. I'm gonna plant some corn, some potatoes, and I'm gonna put some mushrooms down. I'll have to put them inside the house though, because they need to be out away from sunlight. Yeah, I'm gonna put. I think you still need a crop plot for them, but I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna put 1 or 2 planters downstairs and put some mushrooms in them. I need more rotting meat before I start putting too much down, because we need more crop plots. Right, we've got 2 lots of mushrooms growing downstairs. And when I get back upstairs, I'll plant some potatoes and some corn. Because I think with those 3, and some water, and a bit of rotting meat, I do believe we can crack out a couple of hobo stews. Which I do think out of the early game. I think out of the early game food, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, hobo stew is about the best you can make when it comes to early game. So I'll plant some potatoes and some corn, and we can start smashing out some hobo stew. Why not? And yes, I know I said rotting flesh people, and that might not sound appealing, but in this game, hobo stew is actually really good. There we go. Right, so now I just need to wait for. Can we eat some bacon and egg? Cause my guy's bitching he's hungry. Right, I've got some bacon and egg, and there's more currently cooking away. Yeah, I was going to shoot an arrow then, but I'm not going to bother because I think it's I think friendly fire's still a thing. So no, I'm fine. I just didn't want to. I saw you fighting a zombie. I was going to back you up, but then I sort of saw angle you were both stood out. I'm like, I don't really want to risk trying to loose an arrow your direction and oh, never mind. I think Spikes took care of that guy. See, that's the type of stuff I wish they'd let us build. That's one mod I am looking at, if it'll let me use it on PlayStation on a server, like for my next playthrough. I want to, stuff like, I think that Amber's thrown up there, you know, stuff like that, like for decorating bases and that type of stuff. Like, there's a lot more in creative that I wish they'd let you make out of creative. But yes, I think that's one of the coolest mods I've seen. Other than like Darkness Falls and that type of shit, but no, I think one of the coolest mods I've seen is there's a mod that basically you start to spend resources on it. It sort of like adds custom recipes to the game, but basically you can there's a lot of stuff you make in creative that you can't do in the actual game, and that mod basically adds those items to the game as craftable items. So you can make like the bus barricades you get in some of the like the survivor outposts you find. You can build them. Like granted, you've got to use the steel and the screws and stuff to build it, but I don't mind that because it's only like building a base anyway. Oh, else you need the resources for it. It just adds. It adds a recipe that makes sense to what you're building. So if you're building like say like one of them bus barricades, you'll have to use forged steel, maybe an engine, stuff like that. But you can actually, if you do go out and you're willing to spend the time to get them resources, you can build like the bus barricades and things like that. And I'm like, that's why that wasn't a thing in the base game. I don't know, because that's such a good idea. Like that's awesome. Like the amount of personality you can add to your base just from, and it's such a tiny mod as well. It's such a small thing. But I think that's because make a cuppa while we wait for night time to piss off. Yeah, I think it's small because obviously it's not adding anything to the game. Like that, the assets for it are already there. It's just giving you the ability to use them. Andrew, get in bed and go to sleep. Are you listening? Go to sleep now. It's really late now, Andrew. Yeah, there's a. I think I've seen that playthrough. I don't know about the magic one, but I've seen the playthrough you're about. I think I watched the same guy when he tried to do the Wild West town. Like he weren't allowed to go out of the Wild West. That POI, you know what I mean? Like the one that's like an old western town. He basically survived in that town. That was cool. Yeah, I enjoyed that playthrough, mate. That was pretty sweet, that. But yeah, I could see how that'd be fun. A Wild West mod, like using old time weapons and shit. That'd be. I like the I like the I like the what do you call it, the medieval mod. Doesn't like change it to medieval times, but it basically just adds like medieval style weapons and armor to the game, which I don't like the idea of that. I'm not gonna lie. There's something extremely appealing about the idea of, rather than going out with a big AK or a big M60. There's something fun about the idea of just going to like an old museum and picking up a fucking claymore and just going ham on some zombies. I saw a meme about that other day on can't remember if it was TikTok or fucking Facebook, but it made me laugh. It's like zombie apocalypse survival, and he's this British guy's he's saying how his mates like, oh well, in America we've got an advantage because you guys are fucked in a zombie apocalypse. You guys don't have guns. What the fuck are you guys gonna do? And then it's just a guy stood there with like he's basically gone to the National History Museum, and he comes out in like a proper fucking chainmail, full night suit and armor, shield, and a big fucking medieval war mace, and he's like me after I popped at museum. I was like, yep. that did make me chuckle. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, well, I had a similar conversation with my mate when we both got right into Walking Dead, and he hates Daryl, and he used to give him so much shit. It's like, oh, what a prick, running around with a fucking crossbow when you've got guns, and I'm like, you say that, but for example, like the scene where they're in that hospital and stuff like that, like the corp walk across from the hospital when they get ambushed, and it's like, he could literally kill 5-6 zombies within like, what, like 20-meter radius without alerting the next one. I'm like, you're in that same situation and you go ahead and shoot your big, powerful fucking MO15 or whatever it is. I'm like, alright, yes, are you going to kill more zombies in quicker succession? Yes, but like, he may have killed 6 or 7 zombies in relatively slow time by comparison, but he only has to deal with them 6 or 7 zombies. You go in there with a fucking AR-15 and you just start spamming bullets like a motherfucker. Yeah, you might kill them 6 or 7 faster, but then every zombie on that block is all coming to where you're currently stood. And it's like, yes, you killed them 6 or 7 faster, but now you've also got another few hundred you've now got to deal with. No, they're not, no. Oh yeah, I've seen a few on YouTube channels, mate, where the yeah, I saw I watched a guy on YouTube. He basically likes to he sort of like compares like movie myths to real life, and I think he was comparing it to the old Hitman, you know, the live action they did. And it's like when he walks in with those 2 guns, he's like, they're 45 caliber guns, and he's shooting it with a suppressor, and it's literally like, and he's like, you know, there's a guard like 8 meters away that don't hear his mate get popped in head, and he's like, let's like, he sets up these sensors, and he's got them like in a circle radius going out in meters. It's still like you know, like you're talking like 50-60 meters away, and when he shot an actual like real life version of that gun, obviously, I know in the movie it's meant to be like super secret spy shit, but he shoots a 45 caliber pistol with a suppressor on it, and like he then sort of like flicks to his mate's point of view, like you're sort of hearing it from his standpoint. And yeah, even that far away, you could still clearly hear the gunshots going off. And it's like in this Hitman movie, this guy's like, what, 8-9 meters away, and he don't hear his mate get popped in. And he's like, that's full of shit. It's like, there's no way on earth that every fucker on that floor did not just hear that guy get popped. Well, like, yeah. Cause it's the same guy who I watched when what? Go get in bed and try for thingy in 20 minutes. If you can't, come and tell me. And we'll try and get you settled down. Alright, go and try please, Andrew. Look, I don't want you up all night, look, we're going out. We've got a busy day tomorrow. Try and get some sleep, please. You're listening. Love you. Oh yeah, no, yeah. I think it's the same guy I watched, like, that's why I know, like Call of Duty and shit was bullshitting with shotguns. Like he was testing shotguns out at ranges, and he's like, you know, when you get into like 50-60 meters away, it's like, okay, it's not going to have the same level of accuracy that it would, you know, if you're using it, it's the range it's designed to be used in. 50-60 meters, you're not going to have that same level of accuracy with like buckshot. But in terms of damage, if it does actually hit him, like, he hit some of these gelatin torsos, mate, at like 60-70 meter away, and it's like, alright, again, the accuracy's not the same, but in terms of like actual damage to the body when you do hit, it's like, yeah, being that far away from this gun, if it does actually hit you, is gonna make zero fucking difference. Like, it might be harder to hit you, but if it does actually hit you, you are still pretty much fucked. And slug shots are even worse, mate. Fuck me, man. I think the longest one he did was something like 85, 90 metre away with a slug shot, and it hit this torso. He missed with first two, but that third one hit it in chest, mate, and the fucking hole it left in that body, I like it. And then he's like, you've got things like Call of Duty and some of these action movies that are making out basically if you're not stood on his toes, you're basically not hurting him. He's like, no, that's utter bollocks. He's like, nobody can deny it's going to be harder to land that shot, but if you do still land that shot, yeah, that guy's no longer fighting back. He's having a bad fucking day. Well, I've had this conversation, I believe, with I've had this conversation, I believe, in past with good old Ravens. Because I imagine, like, for people who are in the know, it sort of takes you out the movie a bit when it's, you know, like, stupid and unbelievable. So, like, I'm not big on guns. I don't really know fuck all about guns, but, you know, I'd like to think I know a lot about sword fighting and martial weapons, and I'm big on martial weapons. I love that type of shit. I collect them. I'm like, and I know when I'm watching a movie, as much as I might be enjoying the film, but when I see like somebody doing something in a sword fight, and I'm like, oh, like, I get it looks good for film and it looks flashy, but I'm like, in real life, if you did something like that, mate, you'd just get stabbed in fucking back. I'm like, so I can imagine for people like Raven that are in the know with firearms, when they're watching a movie, I can imagine it's sort of same for them when they're watching people do this dumb shit with guns, and they're just sat there looking at it like, that's not how it fucking works. Like, I find no more irritating when I'm watching a film that's got sword fights or shit like that in, and when they do all like the stupid fancy spinning like twirly shit, and they're constantly exposing the back to the opponent. I'm like, dude, like in a realistic sword fight, I'm like, you're dead like 10 times over the first fucking 20 seconds of this sword fight. You're dead. I'm like, nobody would ever do that. Like nobody who's ever actually wielded a sword in their life would do that type of dumb shit. The Witcher pissed me off with. I loved The Witcher, like the original Witcher series. Loved it. I thought it was fucking great. But that first sword fight he has with that fucking, like the major sword fight he has with that chick, when she comes out of that tower, and I'm like, I can't help but feel like I get it. It's a game and it's a movie. It looks fancy. I get that you're trying to do the cinematic value, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like a guy like Garol who hunts monsters and like he basically sword fights for a living. Like I sort of can't help but feel like this guy would not be so stupid as to expose his throat and his back as much as he does in this sword fight. I'm like, it's less like watching a seasoned veteran and more like watching an amateur who's picked up a sword for the first time. I'm like, just like, no, come on, please. That's what. It does take it out of you a little bit when you know about. So I imagine it's same with any aspect of it. I imagine it's same for people who do a lot of driving, you like race car driving and shit like that. When you're watching movies like Fast and Furious and you see some of the dumb shit they do in vehicles, and you're like, dude, no, you're so fucking dead. Like, but it is that. Like, media has that effect of sort of, like, disillusioning people with shit like that. It's like, it annoys me whenever I watch, like, because I'm big onto me fantasy movies and shit. And it annoys me that people, like, anytime you see a female character, it's automatically like, oh, she's a bow wielder because it's such a delicate weapon. I'm like, have you ever tried to draw a £100 fucking warbow? Like, you need some serious fucking upper arm and back strength to pull that shit like that. That's not a fucking weapon. That's some, and not just women, but blokes as well. So some little stick-thin dude is not picking up a £100 warbow and drawing it. Like, he wouldn't even be able to pull fucking string back. It's like, no, fuck off. Or when they hold it back for hours, I love that. That's my most annoying thing with bows in movies. Well, like they'll draw an arrow, and they will just hold it drawn back for like 10 minutes. Like they just stood there holding it, and it's like, no, dude, you like a sports bow that you're using in competition, maybe, but so like a proper war bow, which is like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. Obviously, these are at war. This is meant to be a bow used in warfare. You're not holding that fucking draw weight back for that length of time. Your arms would feel like fucking lead balloons. Yeah. See, people say that, like, they have the same argument a lot with Lord of the Rings. It's like, oh yeah, but Legolas does it in Lord of the Rings. I'm like, yeah, but he's not human. He's an elf. Yeah, you can make up stuff like that because it's not a human character. Like, his physical capabilities, like, obviously if you watch the movie, like some of the shit he fucking does in them movies, like he is clearly above what human capacity is capable of. Oh, she's I don't know what she's doing. She's been busy for a while. I'm just waiting for the storm to piss off so I can get my cart and start. I made a load of ramps so I can start placing more ramp pieces down and build it ramp further down. No, that's why I said it's one of the things when you're in the know, you're in the know. I think I said it to Raven when we were playing COD, because I think I'm sure Raven mentioned he used to use LMG. I want to say, I'm sure you said you used LMG, didn't you, Raven? I'm sure it was a big gun that you use. I'm like, so to you, it must be annoying when you're playing COD and you see people like an M60 doing backflips. I'm like... Well, yeah, that's it, because you're in the know, though. Obviously, you did that course, didn't you? So, that's what I said, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, you did that course and stuff, didn't you? So, like, you've got knowledge on that, you're in the know that, so when you see it done so badly, you're like, that's not what you should be doing. Like... Ooh, down to rock. Oh, this is why I want mods. We need like diamond tip mods and... Mind saying that. You can get it on this one. Yeah, well, I think finding it's... Yeah, like the stuff you put on your weapons and shit. It doesn't help. It doesn't help do damage to like the environment, if you know what I mean. Like it won't do extra damage to blocks. I believe it's the best mod for slowing the degradation down on your auger. I think it's like something like a 50 or 60% like decrease in how fast it breaks. Yeah, I thought it was an LG. I'm sure I remember you saying that you used to use big gun. That's why I said, like, when you're playing COD, it must be... Obviously, when I say it's unbelievable to us, and we're not even in the know, so I'm sure to somebody like you that's actually shot these shit, when you're looking at some guy sprinting and backflipping, star jumping with an M60, you're like... Really? Oh, I imagine they kick a lot, yeah. Just because, not just the weight of the gun, but the obviously the caliber of the bullet you're shooting. It's obviously LMGs don't exactly shoot little bullets, do they? The fucking. Oh shit, we got zombies. I see you, buddy. I see you. He's dead. He's dead. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the madhouse. I am not too bad. How are you? I am well, yeah, I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. I'm building. I am enjoying the escapism that is gaming. It is fun. Well, that's one of my favourite memes on like when people are ripping on gamers and shit. It's one of my favourite memes on Facebook when they're like, "Oh, you're just using gaming to escape reality and like make it a bit more bearable." I'm like, yes, that is exactly what I am playing them because they're fun. Yeah, there's a lot more harmful ways to escape shit and, enjoy yourself. Like, there's a lot more harmful things I could be doing. Like, I'm playing a video game for a couple of hours. It's not the end of the world, Paul. And you're not wrong, yes, but things like gaming or even D&D with lads now and again, it's just an excuse to escape for a little bit. It's like, yeah, man, that's exactly what it is, you're right. It's getting together with boys and having a good time. Are you enjoying playing this? I've heard about it, but not played it myself. I love 7 Days, mate. 7 Days... There's been a few times it's frustrated me because of the shitty things the developers have done, but overall, 7 Days, mate, I love it. It's, like usually, like, on PlayStation, when you get to the end of the year, you get, like, you played this the most this year. You get, like, your top 5 games. 7 Days is always in the top 3, mate. Always. Without fail. I reckon Fortnite is going to be up there, but that's mainly because that's something that I play with Andrew, and I don't see. I mean, I've done a bit of Minecraft with Andrew, but I don't see that making like a major appearance because it's not something I play very often. I'm not that big on Minecraft. I'll be honest with you. It's not my it's not my cup of tea. Yeah. No, you can't know. But yeah, 7 Days is always up there. Same with things like Fallout, Skyrim, them type of stuff. I love massive open world games. But yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, not just 7 Days, mate. I play a wide variety of games. I'm not I'm not I'm not one of those gamers that is locked into a particular genre, so to speak. Like, I will play, or I will try to play just about anything, and if I enjoy it, I will play it again. So, at the moment, 7 Days, obviously, as you can see, I'm rocking 7 Days. I am also playing a lot of Orc, COD, now and again. Fortnite, Battle Royale games. I love Battle Royale games. That's the competitive side of me, though. I do love a bit of competitive play. I find it entertaining. Orc Survival Ascended. I love Orc. Oh, God of War Ragnarok. I have not played. I'll be honest with you, mate. I have not played a God of War game in a while. I've not played Ragnarok, no, they probably even back further than that for me, mate. I think I've based like the first 3 games is all I've played, but I did enjoy them. I want to get into getting Uncharted to try. I played it a little bit at my mates, and from what little bit I did play, I enjoyed it. And then, as well as stuff like that, I'm also big into my RPGs. I love RPG games, so Expedition 33, Final Fantasy. I've got a lot of a game series that Mikey got me into because Mikey played a game called Phantom Brave back in the day, and I stumbled across a game. I think it's Mikey said it's like an official, unofficial prequel. But when Mikey got Phantom Brave, I was in a game shop and I saw a very similar game called Discourageur, and I got into that big time. In fact, I think other than the latest one, I think I own every single one of them. I am a huge fan of Discourageur. Yeah, it was a big game. Ask away, dude. But I love, or Dudette, whichever it may be. But I love, and strategy games. I love strategy games. I love things like Command and Conquer. I can never remember the name of it, but there's like an alien one that's similar to Command and Conquer, but rather than controlling an army, you control like a, you control like a squad of people. Can't remember what it's called. No, I did love the Alien versus Predator one, but no, this is you basically control like a squad of 6 people and you upgrade your team to 6 people. I think you start with 4, eventually you get to 6. And it's XCOM, that's it, XCOM 2. Yeah, get games like that, mate. Like it's not great for streaming because it is a really slow-paced game, so it's not very entertaining to watch on stream. But in terms of like playing for my own pleasure, like really strategic games like that, love them. But I do play a lot of random shit. I'd love to play some horror games. My only problem with streaming horror games is it'd be a bit of a rarity for me because obviously I've got Andrew and Luna, and obviously I can't really play games like that when they're around because obvious reasons. So, but I would like to get a bit more horror games in. Since I want to, I'd like to add Discourageur to the channel, but that'd have to be a recorded series because. Yeah, like when you progress your story and stuff, like the way you upgrade your items, because obviously you go into item world and you have to clear levels, and then you've got that whole council thing where you have to vote if you want to get new monsters, and yeah, it's just there's a lot of there's a lot of background shit that you have to do in that game to progress. That's not really entertaining to watch on stream because it is very well, not for the majority of people. It's okay for a select few. If you're really into grindy games, it's entertaining to watch. But if you're one of these people that don't enjoy grinding, yeah, that's a hard game to stream because there's a shit ton of grinding to do. Nah, appreciate the offer, dude, but I'm not really I'm not really a big time YouTuber, mate. I'm not really big onto the thing. I'll be honest with you, mate. Like this is more of a hobby for me at the moment. This is basically something I got into doing because my little lad's obsessed with the idea of his old man being a YouTuber. So I was like, yeah, why not? It's definitely not the way I make a living. I mean, it would be nice if one day I could eventually get to the stage where it'd be a living. I mean, that'd be fucking awesome, but definitely not something I see happening in the near future. But I'm okay with that. Like I said, it's a fun hobby. It's my little escape. I don't really get to go out and socialise in great deals. Although I'm happy to say that is something that is slowly changing. I'm slowly getting a bit less awkward with public interaction. I am a bit back like to I used to be when I first met good old Mikey over here. I used to be a real social butterfly, so I sort of lost that over several years. But I can happily say I am making progress with that whole social, or lack of social interaction. I am slowly starting to get back out into the world. It is, mate, it is. I have said many times I would eventually like to move, but that until the kids are old enough to... until kids are at a stage in life where they can sort of take themselves to school and bring themselves home and shit like that. Obviously, like being far away from school is just not an option. But I would definitely like to move eventually because it would be nice to have a garden. Like I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing I do miss. I do miss having a garden. I do like gardening. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I do enjoy a bit of gardening. That's one of the other reasons I like a garden. Not only for kids, but I actually enjoy gardening, like fucking bit of landscaping and planting flowers and stuff like that. I find that quite bit like when I'm out walking in nature. I sort of find it very therapeutic. But no, yes, I sort of lost that over like a 12-year period, but I am slowly starting to become a bit more... I am slowly becoming a bit more of a social butterfly again. I'm starting to get out and actually interact with the world a little bit more. Which, in part, is actually credit to good old Mikey here, because he does sort of, every now and again when we can meet up, he does sort of do his best to drag me outside. He is a really good friend. Every now and again he will remind me that there is actually a world outside that front door. Right, pick up so 5. You need to settle down. You're not being up all night and do all like I said, we've got a busy day tomorrow, sweetheart. You're going to be knackered, love. Oh, bless her. You'll have to say happy birthday when she wakes up, bro. I will, I'll get Luna. I'll get Luna to send a message to your phone later. Oh mate, I hate it. Luna's something Luna loves to keep reminding me of. I'm 8 now, Daddy. Soon I'll be 9 and then 10 and then I'll be going to my teenage years. You've got to accept I'm growing up. I'm like, no I don't. Hmm? You're both growing up now. I don't have to like it. I said same to Luna. Like you're not wrong about the fact I've got to accept it, but I ain't gonna like it. it's because that's not the way I look at you and your sister. Like, I know you're growing up, but it's just a decoration, love. But no, it's yeah. I don't have to I don't have to like the fact you're growing up. Like you got to remember to Daddy. Like I don't see you two as these big grown up boy and girl. Okay, I look at your two and I still see that little baby I was holding in hospital. So. Yeah, it's been nice to see you. I have, yeah, your character were doing that on my screen earlier. You sort of like, bit like when you jump and you haven't landed yet, you're sort of flapping your arms like you. Repair kits. I'll track it. We need to get a forge up and running. I will see if we've got the shit to build a forge before I log off. I'll quickly have a nosy. Have we? Oh, they're downstairs. Oh, we just need some forged iron then. If we've got forged iron, I can make some repair kits. Oh. You picked the duct tape up, yeah? Sweet. Yeah, you just need forged iron and duct tape, mate, and we... Yeah, I need to look at getting a workbench up and running. Of course, we want the ability to make nail guns and shit like that would be beneficial, because upgrading with an axe is a very slow process. Right, what do we need for that? Okay, I'm gonna see if we've got any iron laying around, and I'm gonna set one at forges off, just smelting a shit ton of iron. Because we're gonna need obviously with the server being online, I can just stick some wood. Yep, I'll grab it, mate. I just need to get a bit of wood before I log off for evening. I want to, I can put some, obviously with it being an online server, I can put some, load one at forges up with a load of wood and just stick a shit ton of iron in there. Yeah, they started spawning back in. I'm just had to deal with one of those crawling guys coming up the beach, well, coming up the hillside. He's just grabbing some wood. That way I can set off one at forges, smelting a shit ton of iron down. That way when I get on next, whether it be on Friday or during the week when I get a bit of spare time, because kids are back at home next week, so when I get a bit of spare time next week, I can do the same again, you know what I mean, like, not have to skip too much time in day terms. I can just jump on, go and harvest, spend one in-game day harvesting iron, fucking chop down 20 or so trees, and then just set like... I'll just set I'll set what do you call it, at some point next week when kids are at the moment, I'll lock on 1 or 2 days, and I'll just go to a couple of POIs, collect a shit ton of iron, shit ton of wood, and I'll just set 2 or 3 forges off, just smelting iron down while we're not on. That way when we get back on, we'll have plenty of forged iron stockpiled. Okay, that's making. I'll put some more iron. Oh, is there any iron in that? No. Okay, I will. I'll add the iron to that forge, yeah. No, that's fine. I've got the iron one. I was checking if any actually already iron in. So yeah, the one that's got iron in, I've just topped up, mate, with some more iron, and I've thrown I've thrown 500 wood on there to start. Because that is the upside to offline servers. It's not like when I'm playing solo, I've actually got to be on for iron to smelt. With it being an online server, I can just hop off and sort of leave it doing its own thing. That's basically how what I do when I'm playing Orc with TG. That's again the more mundane, boring shit. I can sort of get that done during the week. So I can just jump on in the morning, do a quick metal run, and then throw everything in Forge. If I know I'm going to be streaming that night, I can put it in Forge. So when I get onto stream, I don't have to worry about we've got all that mundane shit to do because I've sort of already triggered it off doing it. I mean, I start to do some mundane shit any time I log on. Yeah, I want to get a lot of looting done. Nah, yeah, looting is a definite must. It's not just that, but it also makes the building aspect go faster. Because once you've got like mods on your organ and shit, you can destroy things faster. You'll get more XP, so you can have more skill points into like -69, which will make it go faster. And mine's not. I don't think I put ult in it yet. I ain't done anything on that yet, but then again, like I said, we're not using mods for food and shit like that. We need food, so I've sort of been specking more towards that side of. I've been specking out more towards sorting the munchies. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I'm just. Okay, I'm out of wood. Okay, I need to get a bit more wood. I'm just gonna finish this last. I think I've got 3 or 4 more blocks just to upgrade, and then we've got the first 2 or 3 rows all as cobblestone. And I want to do more looting, so I need to get more books so I can actually build cement mixers and. That way we'll have a constant concrete supply. Because that's the same with forges. I can do the same trick again. I can log on during the week and just harvest a shit ton of fucking rock and sand, and then just I can just set off a bunch of. I basically did what I did on his last server that we were doing. I'll do the same trick I did on that. I'll literally just get like fucking 14 cement mixers going, and I'll just stack out concrete and fucking mass production. I'm just gonna get this last section upgraded, and then we've started making some progress on the ramp. Good, cause well, you need it in forges anyway, don't you, to make cement mix. In fact, that's not a bad plan. I am going to, while we're logging off, mate, I am going to set this. Right, I've got, I'll have to put some more stone into it. You say we've got a load of stone, didn't you? Yep. No, that's fine. I'm going to replace the stone that was in this forge, because I've literally just used all the stone. Yeah, I've used all the stone in the forge to make cement mix. We've got 2,400, 2,500 cement mix currently smashing out. So there we go. We've now got a shit ton of cement mix getting made. So like I said, I'll get on at some point next week when kids are at the mums before we stream again, and I'll try and harvest a couple of mechanical forts and such bullshit so we can get a few cement mixes up and running. Well, once I've done this. Are we, Yeah, Raven, I think I am, mate. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... I will. Well, I can... I can stream a bit of 7 days in the meantime. I'll try to limit it so there's not too many days that go past. I'll probably just get a few bits and bobs done, and then I'll just I'll do 7 day stream on the usual Death King's Day, and then but yeah, I'll be rocking out Orc tomorrow, Raven. I don't unless there's something you want to play together, mate. I don't know if that's why you're asking. But yeah, if not, yeah, I'll probably be rocking out a bit of Orc tomorrow. Orc is my sort of like in-between game at the moment, so when I'm not playing 7 days and that sort of jazz, I'm usually streaming Orc and rocking out. Which I am having I'm having some good luck with Orc videos of late. They've been doing pretty well for me. I think for the first time ever, I had over 40 viewers in one update. I think I had like 76 viewers at one point, which is definitely the first time I've ever had that amount. But it is a bit more fast-paced, that game. It's a bit more entertaining because, like I said, we get all the shit done, boring shit done offline when we can, and then yeah, we don't. I think people like to enjoy the chaos that me and TJ bring because we don't really prepare for the more dangerous aspects of the game. We sort of just wing it. But yeah, I'll be on tomorrow, mate. If you fancy stopping by, you'd be welcome. Obviously, always. So yeah, until then, people, look after yourselves. Have a great day, and I will catch you tomorrow to rock out a bit of Orc Ascended. Thanks for stopping by, people.